Hello, and welcome again to Divekick Infinite. This is your host, Thanos PKC, and today we're going to be looking into Jefailey the character. I do have some people on with me who will be joining the discussion, but for now, let's jump right into his basics and kind of describe the character. All right, let me make sure I got versus open. Looks like it is, so let's just jump into that.
Select your character.
I rented a wrestling ring just for this.
We had Jefailey versus Jefailey. Yeah, that's fine.
I am not from the Jersey Shore.
Select your gems.
We'll just pick Kick Gem to start.
Select your duds.
All right. So we're gonna work through and talk about his normals, then his specials, then Kickfactor, and so on. We'll go into
Above.
some decent detail here.
One Divekick.
All right, so start off. This is Jefailey's normal jump. If you press dive, it'll cause him to jump. This is his kickback. Let's kick a little bit forward so you can see his kickback all the way. There you go.
Hurry up.
So that's his normal kickback, and this is his normal kick. You'll notice that it has a little bit of, it looks a little bit different compared to, say, dive and kick, or a lot of the other characters. That's because his kick actually is affected by gravity. And Jefailey is normally a charge character. And what that means is, if you press the K button, you'll notice the feet will start to glow. And you can charge this up to 5 seconds. And at 5 seconds you have full charge, and you'll do a very long kick, but it's also affected by gravity as well. So you can hold K at the start of the round. You'll notice that I'm charging. But if you let go of K and you're not in the air, you won't do any kick. You'll just drop your charge. And you'll have to press K again to charge again. And if you do that while you're on the ground, it'll obviously start a kickback before it starts charging. So you might want to be wary of that while doing a charge. Let's see. Just looking at my list here of things to explain with the charge. It's good to know kind of how much or how far it travels just without any charge at all. And to understand that it kicks on the release of the button, not on the press of the button. When you're holding charge, you want to be able to understand how long you've held it for and how long it'll go. Just, understanding your basic kick is a little bit more complicated with Jefailey because you want to know how much charge you have at any moment so that you know how far your attack will go. You could also take into consideration the time it takes you to jump. So if you wanna have a 2-second attack, then you can hold it for 1 second, and then about half the other second you jump in and throw your kick out. You want to be holding kick unless you're not doing a kick, basically when you release it, or when you're doing a kickback. So other than that, you really want to be able to just hold on K for pretty much the entire time. And when you kick, you kind of just pick it up again and hold it again. That's probably the first thing I would tell anybody who's trying to learn Jefailey is make sure you have K held down most of the time. There are exceptions to that rule, and we can go over that later, but for now, just understand that what you want to do is anytime you aren't doing anything, or you're not doing a kickback and you're not doing a kick, you should be holding on kick to charge your feet. You could lift off and do a kickback, so it's not like you're locked into holding a charge. So you could still do a kickback, you just have to lift off the K to press it again. Pretty sure you guys can see my buttons, so you can follow along pretty easily. So another thing to notice is that I've talked about this with previous characters, is everyone has a minimum height to jump to do their kick, and same with Jefailey. And if you end up holding your charge, and if you let go of your charge on the way up a little too fast, and you haven't hit your minimum height to kick, you'll actually drop your charge. And so It's something to watch out for if you're pressing buttons really fast. But you'll notice that there I had a decent amount of charge, but I only moved the very smallest amount of kick. Let's do that one again. So I'll charge it fully this time so you guys can see it.
Hurry up!
So I basically ended up letting go as I hit D. And what happens is it'll try to kick, but it realizes you're not high enough to kick yet, and then it'll drop your charge, and then it'll do the kick after that. And you don't want to get stuck doing that, so you want to make sure to give it at least a hold and get that timing down to actually get that jump in so that you can get that far kick.
Hurry up!
Let's see, head size is probably the next thing we should talk about, and that's every time Jefailey wins, you'll notice that our opponent here, who's Jefailey, his head will inflate. And what happens is that makes him lighter, which means gravity doesn't pulls down on him a little bit less every single time. Hey Ubersaw, charge dropping the Scourge of Jeff Mains, yeah, it's a problem. But also this increasing head size can also be a scourge. But you'll notice that he'll jump higher. He didn't change his jump velocity at all, but his gravity changes, so it allows him to jump higher. The other thing is, since his kick is affected by gravity, your kick also loses gravity on it, so it will travel a little bit further. I haven't measured this myself, but I do understand that his kick is controlled by gravity, and so the less gravity you have, oops, I was trying to do a quick, that actually travels a little bit further than it would when you were in head 1. Because you're not being pulled to the ground as fast as you are at head 0 or head 1. I'm going to refer to the heads as the number of wins you have, so right now we're at head 3, both players are at head 3. My opponent is now at head 4, and his head will grow for the next one. Notice that it's about the biggest it'll get. And you'll notice that the gravity difference when you jump up. You'll notice that he'll have a lot longer hang time than other characters because his gravity's so low. Yeah. So you'll notice that his kick also takes a long time to fall down because his head is so big. Alright, so you want to think of Jefailey as a variable character as you're playing the game, because the way you play Jefailey at low heads versus the way you play Jefailey at high heads can differ. I would consider head 0 and 1 your low head phase, and 2 is like the transition over to your big head phase, but it's fairly big already at 2. So this is head 1, and you notice that you can make smaller moves quicker and you land a little bit faster because you're not jumping as high and your gravity isn't keeping you in the air as long. And same with head 2. Or sorry, head 1. Same at head 1. But notice that head 2, your head is now a reasonable size, and you're getting a little bit floatier. I'm gonna go ahead and waste my meteor because I don't want to talk about Kickfactor just yet. And at head 3, you'll notice that when you try to make a small movement, you take a long time to do that now. And at head 4, it's even worse. And so, as you move into the bigger heads, you have to understand that your ground movement gets worse, but your height leverage grows, because you can jump pretty high. And so, with the height in the jump too, your reach with your full boom kicks gets further as well, because now that you can get higher, you can launch your attack from higher. And basically that covers more than a screen size of space now. So you want to be conscious of what your charge is during the round and what head it is when you're playing. And this is all stuff that will change every single match and who you're playing against. So you want to make sure to have an idea of the gravity that's being pulled on you and how it affects your kick. I wouldn't worry about it too much, just be conscious of how long your charge is and how big your head is. I think that's what I'm basically trying to say. I think we can go into specials now. So I should probably just get some meter and yeah, let's talk about his ground special first. His ground special is Timer Scam, and what it does is it stops action for 2 seconds, and that means that the timer will still run, Kickfactors will still drain, concussions will still drain, but action as far as moving will stop. And let's get this guy in the air so we can see it.
Check out my bobblehead. Hurry up.
Now, just like I said, you should be charging always, and even during Timer Scam, you could be charging as well. And since it lasts 2 seconds, when you trigger your Timer Scam on the ground, you can actually be charging for 2 seconds while the Timer Scam is going. Normally, the Timer Scam is used for basically that what it's named after, and that's winning the line when the time goes to 0. And in order to time that, you want to activate it right when the timer shows 1. Let's go ahead and try to do that now. Because 1 is a whole second and 0 is a whole second, so if the timer's showing 1 and you hit Timer Scam for 2 seconds, it'll stop action all the way until the round is over. Oops, I didn't mean to do my Kickfactor there, but we'll see if we can get it in here. I think I did it right 1-2, so he's going to get a little bit more time. We're going to go ahead and try to do this one right at 1, so you'll see when he jumps, he won't get that momentum up anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him jump, and then I'm going to call time, and then you'll see he'll drop straight to the ground, because usually when time is ended, it'll force everyone to fall. Let's try to do this.
Check out my bobblehead.
Oh, I guess he went up. Normally that definitely killed time, but I thought he would actually lose his momentum up and just fall. Pretty sure that happens with kick, but let me try kick. So I have to time this so I have him kicking while it's going. Alright. 2.
Feeling myself.
There you go. Notice that he didn't continue his kick at all, he just fell. So that's like the normal use for Timer Scam, but you can use it in different ways. And that's because it does give you 2 seconds of charge. So if you land in front of someone, you will have basically only the amount of charge from when you were holding it again. So that might not be enough, or might not be what you want when you're getting that close to someone. And so you could, as you're moving towards them, go ahead and kick towards them. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. You can kick towards them. Alright, I have a hard time doing it right on my landing, but let's try this again. So notice that I was able to get enough charge to actually kick a little bit further than normal because I used a Timer Scam on my landing. And you can use this, like normally if I go here and I try to do a kick, it's fairly short. My other kick went totally over Jefailey and went past them. Another thing you can do is you can use it in a way that Kickfactor kind of messes my inputs up. So when you activate Kickfactor, you'll notice that time pauses, or action pauses for a second, but the time keeps running. And during that time, you can basically mess up your inputs. Where if you are trying to kick, like do a kickback kick, you might press kick during that pause, and it might mess you up because the timing is different, and maybe you wanted to jump back a little bit more and then do a kick. And you can use Timer Scam to basically interrupt your opponent's rhythm, cause them to do things like, let's say they wanted to do a kickback kick, and you cause them to kick a little bit earlier than they're supposed to. That will put them closer to you, and you could possibly punish them from that. Obviously, that sounds a little gambly, and it is, but it's a possible use for Timer Scam. Alright, charge, we talked about line timing, input interrupts during a kickback. Yep, okay. let's talk about the air special now, disqualification.
Yes, from above.
Basically what Jefailey does is
I kick.
he pulls out a blowhorn and yells disqualification, and that projectile, if it hits the other character, it will drain all their meter. As you can see here, oh, of course I miss. There you go. You notice that player 2 lost all their meter. We'll try it again. You guys can see it more clearly.
Round 2. I kick.
Disqualified!
There you go. And not only that, you have this like knockback effect, and you also get to reset your kick. So
Disqualified!
notice I can kick there again. You can also do this more than once per jump, so you could theoretically stay in the air a lot longer if you need to. And it resets your kick every single time.
I kick.
So let's try to do that.
Disqualified! Disqualified!
So yeah, notice I kicked every time I fell out of the bullhorn, and then I was able to do air special again. And so if there's ever a situation where you have to stay in the air, you don't forget that you can do disqualified more than once. What it doesn't do is it doesn't auto face. So we're gonna wait for the next round, but I'll show you as I kick past
Judgment.
Jefailey, I won't be able to do my
Round 4.
air special, and then it won't cause me to turn around. Alright, let's make sure I get enough speed to go past him.
Disqualified!
Yeah, notice that I am on the other side of him, and I turned around as I fell down. Let's see. Probably as I landed, but let me check that one more time. I should probably win some heads, because I think I won't be able to kick over his head soon.
I kick.
Alright, let's just try this again.
Disqualified!
Yeah, I didn't turn around at all. Only turned around once I landed. So be careful when you're doing disqualified after you pass them. Just know that you'll still be facing the other way after you're done.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
Round 6. I kick.
So basics again, you can cancel kick with it. So kick, disqualified, and then it resets your kick. There's also some, I want to say that there's some niche things where you'll notice in that previous one, I just fell down rather than doing a fade back.
Disqualified!
See, I fell down there. Normally it's supposed to look like this.
Disqualified!
And that has to do with a little bug where if you end up shooting the projectile and it hits the other character while you're still yelling, it'll kill that fade or that knockback. You can actually find these details and more details in Ubersaw Medic's guide. He wrote a guide on Steam a very long time ago, but super useful in figuring out Jeff. I've learned a lot of stuff from reading it. You guys should read it too. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a link in chat. Hopefully, my mod doesn't kill the link. But yeah, go over there, find the Jefailey guide by Ubersaw Medic. It's a very good read. They also go over matchups and plenty of information, and it kind of describes this particular bug in detail as well. All right, let's talk about Air Special and how you can use it. One of the things that people do is they'll try to jump over it, and
Judgment.
one of the things that you want to do is plan for that in mind.
Round
Put a projectile where they causes them to jump, and you're planning to hit their landing. So you can throw it out, and if they ended up jumping over it, you could try to attack their landing, or try to. Basically, you want to just plan for them avoiding it, and trying to plan something that will cause them trouble when they try to avoid it.
Fraud detected.
Some classic examples is they'll try to jump, but they'll notice their landing won't clear it, and so they'll kick forward, and they'll get close to you. So just be ready to kick that kick forward, because a lot of characters will do that just to avoid losing meter. There's some players who don't care about it, and you want to notice when they don't care about it because it will allow you to either hit them and you know you can't just push them around with the disqualified projectile. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, a reminder to charge during the fade animation. So just like any other action you do, after you kick, after you do timer scam, you want to go ahead and make sure to press that kick button again, because during that whole animation and fade back, you can be charging. And instead of having a short kick, you'll have a little bit longer kick when you come out of it and also when you land. So, number one rule of playing Jefailey, always hold kick. Even after doing a timer scam, even after doing a disqualification. And I would say even during Kickfactor, and I'll show Kickfactor now. Kickfactor, Jefailey's Kickfactor doesn't give him extra speed, but it gives him full... It doesn't give him like extra jump speed and kick speed, but it does give him full charge kicks on every kick. So, activate it here. Notice that they're all boom kicks now. And I like to still hold my kick button while I'm in Kickfactor. Even if my kick will be a boom kick, there is something about just keeping that habit, but also if you come out of Kickfactor, you've already got charge going, rather than having to start, pulling your charge again. So let's just say you went over here, you wanted to threaten them with Kickfactor, they did something, your Kickfactor runs out. If you're not holding kick, then you're going to have to somehow start your charge again, and you don't want to be in that position. So just continue your I'm always holding kick mantra, even if you have Kickfactor. Let's see. So there's also during Kickfactor, you want to make sure that your approaching and your movement is adjusted for how much speed you get. You'll notice that let's get Kickfactor. You can't make a small movement with Kickfactor, so if you want to do a low movement, it's going to be really tough. And so, just like Jefailey's different rounds and his different kick speed, he's going to be a different monster when he has Kickfactor, so you're going to have to adjust to that as well. Jefailey is just a character who keeps changing throughout the game, and you're going to have to adjust your strategy and plan around his current state, be that head, be that charge, or be that Kickfactor. I guess it's the same as charge, except you just have full charge all the time. Also, there is something about your opponent's Kickfactor. If they get Kickfactor, they'll get a flash pause animation, and if you let go of charge during that flash pause animation, you're going to drop your charge as well. So keep that in mind when someone... when your opponent is about to get Kickfactored, try to remember that you don't want to drop charge in that moment. And it'll actually give you a whole full second of charge. So if you are trying to make sure of keeping count of how much charge you have, don't forget to add a second once Kickfactor is activated on the opponent's side. One of the things that I learned from Ubersaw is that when you have Kickfactor, you want to consider doing timer scam at the end of it. And let me go ahead and build Kickfactor again. But the reason you want to do that is because it'll give you 2 seconds, and you don't really waste meter because it would have drained anyway. So notice that it's draining here. I'm just moving around. If I find myself on the ground, like, as time runs out, I can go ahead and hit timer scam, and I can build 2 seconds of charge wherever I am, basically for free. You didn't really waste anything. The only time I would consider not doing that is if you're, focused on a fight and you want to have the boom kicks ready, and especially if you're in the air, you can't do timer scam. So, but it is a consideration when you're at the end of your Kickfactor. Think about, is this a good place to stand and have 2 seconds of charge should I try to just do a timer scam and get that 2 seconds charge? And that can be helpful, especially since you're going to be starting, going back down to 0 meter, having a little bit of charge and the opponent can't do anything during that time will be pretty helpful. I think the next things to consider is, let's talk about exceptions to holding charge. That means, when would you not want to hold charge? And this is kind of going against the mantra of always having kick held down, but there are certain situations, and most of that has to do with if you have to press kickback really fast and you want to do on a reaction, then having a button held down, lifting your finger and pressing it is going to be slower than just pressing it. And so sometimes if you are waiting for something to happen, you could just let go of your charge, react, and then react with a quick press and do it, and then go back into your charging. This can happen during line where you don't want to go far anyway. This can happen like if someone's, if you've already done a kick and you expect that kick to be in a bad position, you want to jump back from it right away. Like, let's just say I'm doing a kick in, and I was like, oh my god, that was a bad kick. Instead of holding my charge, I can let go and get ready to hit kick as soon as I land, so I can do a kickback. And for those situations, I would say not holding it is just going to give you more time, or a little bit faster, to press it instead of doing a release press when you hit the ground. The other time is when you just need the short kick. Most of the time you want the longer kick, but sometimes once you start seeing characters try to go under you a lot, then you want to set up a short kick. And you could do that on the way up. Like, let's say that you bait someone to go under you by just jumping and then letting go of your charge before you jump, or right as you jump. I think you might have to do it right before you jump, but you could do a full charge, let go and threaten to do a high jump kick, and then just kick them when they try to go underneath. If they're watching your feet, they'll probably know that you've dropped charge, but not everyone watches Jefailey's feet, so it could be a good tactic to catch people going under a lot. I'm wondering if there's any other times that I would not be holding the kick button. I think that might be it. So just kickback reactions, if you want to kick back faster, and setting up short kicks. During Kickfactor pause, if you notice that their Kickfactor kick is gonna put them underneath you, I guess that's a niche situation where you let it go. You let go of your pause during their activation, and then you just do a regular small kick out after the activation has ended. But that's a really, really niche situation, but maybe something for you guys to think about. All right, so I think the next section we're going to go into is just common offense. And I'm going to go back to our little drawing board here so I can kind of explain what I'm going to do here. Actually, maybe it's better to do it in game. Let's see. Let's actually, well, yeah, let's just go to the script screen real quick. So normally, with Jefailey's kick, it kicks kind of like this arc, and if it's a small charge, it'll be something like that. If it's a long charge, it'll be, like this, and it can cover a lot of ground. And what you want to do is you want to leverage that charge kick to basically push your opponent to the point where this long kick is really hard to deal with. And the best thing to do is push them back to the wall, and then have this long kick kind of cover most of their options. And so when I'm trying to set up an offense, a lot of it revolves around getting to kind of like this area right here. This is basically, if this is the center stage, I want to get to this area right here, and just holding charge and having them back up against the wall, and then corner them using a very, very fast kick. Now, it's going to be tough to try to fight your way to the spot, but if you can, or if they let you, then it's a good spot to be in, where you can basically pressure them into a bad move, because, within 5 seconds, you're going to have a lot of speed to basically put them, to kick them. Like, your kick will be too fast for them to jump, and it'll catch them in the corner pretty quickly. Another one is you can use that charge to also defend line. And I think we'll go over line play right at the end, but it is something you can do as Jefailey. Another common thing that happens when you're playing Jefailey is you'll jump, and people will want to go underneath you. Since your arc looks like this, you'll notice that... let's see. Since your arc looks like this most of the time, you'll notice that it's almost like dropping a bomb. And as the bomb drops, they'll want to move underneath it. So if you have a far kick, the higher you jump, the space around here starts to get safer and safer. And you'll notice that characters, as your head grows, characters will adjust and try to get into that space underneath you. And if they get behind you, it's actually really bad, but a lot of times they won't make it, and they'll be somewhat underneath you. So as you're falling, they'll be like here, or they'll be working their way. And letting go of a kick in this area right here is one of the things that good Jefaileys do. I call it a low kick or a low descent kick, but understanding the timing of how low you can kick can be extremely helpful, because you cut off a lot of the safe area that a character might like try to think and try to get into. Let's go back to the game and I can kind of show you what that low kick looks like. I'm gonna erase a little bit of this. I'll make sure there's no more yellow on the screen. All right, cool. Oh, I have to go back to game. All right. Oh, 0 time. Forget about that.
Round 7.
Alright. So you notice that when you do kicks like this, it's like, if we're looking at the rope behind us, we're a little bit above the rope. But on descent, the height minimum is different, and you can actually let go lower than that rope. And you want to be able to get that as low as possible, and you'll be able to hit people like almost right under you. The more that you can do that too, when you have more charge, you'll notice that it does come out pretty far, so it threatens a big amount of space. And if you can get that space to be right under you and beyond, it's going to be really good to use. Basically, people can't get underneath you, and you can also surprise if they're trying to build meter as you're descending. You can kick them even if they're pretty low. Even if you're about to fall. They might think, oh, they're not going to kick. Like, they jumped up, they're not going to kick, I'm going to build some meter in the meantime, and you can just kind of force your way into there. But that's one of the things I would say takes a little bit more experience. I can't do it perfectly, but I know all the good chefs can, so definitely work on that. Other than that, I'd say the next main offense you have is building Kickfactor. Having full charge kicks is just good. Our normal game plan is to try to get a full charge kick, right when they're at the back wall. But, I mean, if you have Kickfactor, then you pretty much can bully them into the back wall a little bit better, because you already have your full charge kick. You don't have to wait in a spot for 5 seconds. Like, you don't have to be, you can just go straight into your corner pressure. And so my common offense, or at least what I think it should be common offense, is you do your threats, but you work your way up to Kickfactor, because it is a very strong option for you to corner the other player. Now, I do have previously known as HDiz93, now known as SneezeLord, on the line with me. So he's going to, I'm hoping that he can kind of bring in what he thinks is a very good common offense. If it doesn't agree with mine, maybe there's other things that he can think of. SneezeLord, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I know you've been here listening to all this stuff here, but let's go ahead and focus on common attacks as Jeff. What do you think I covered most of it? Is there other stuff that I didn't mention or think about?
No, you pretty much covered everything, I'd say. Like, everything that I would want to mention to somebody wanting to learn Jefailey. I think you covered pretty much everything.
Okay.
if you kind of the way I break down kind of my offense, so like the first 2 rounds, I'm kind of focused on just building a meter and just like kind of as you were saying, like since I play like pretty aggressively, with like no head Jefailey, I'm just like trying to like push people into the corner and make them kind of anxious, so then they overextend and then I can hit them. But then kind of as the heads get bigger, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just kind of staying back and trying to like see if I can find like one opening to hit someone with. So I think you did a good job like kind of covering that general play style. So no, you did a great job.
Okay, that sounds good then. I should have gave you a proper introduction. Sorry about that. So, SneezeLord has been playing Jefailey probably
Oh geez,
I don't know how
probably
long,
the game came out.
but
Well, I started out with like Mr. N for like a month, and then after I think it was like I forget what number it was, but like the first like Divekick daily I played in, I got like absolutely like 3-0'd in every single match that I played. Then I was like, I need to try some other characters. This isn't working. Then I clicked with Jefailey.
just fell in love, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but he's always been someone who I turn to when people ask me who are the best Jefailey players. Your name always comes up. Like you understood the
Thanks.
character, you understood the charges. Your low kicks were always like precise. I mean, I remember sometimes when I'm like, oh yeah, he can't hit me here, and I'm like, he still hit me. I'm like, no, how is this possible?
Yeah.
And you've definitely turned in like very good results whenever we do tournaments. You're able to use your Jefailey despite the odds, because I do think Jefailey is a lower tier character, and that's based on options. But
Yeah.
those small options
Probably
you
bottom
have,
two.
you use them really well. So
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
hopefully anybody watching this right now or later on just understands that the person I'm talking to is one of the Jefailey experts. The
Oh,
other
thank.
Jefailey expert I would bring in is Ubersaw, and we'll have him throw in some comments a little bit later. He actually is in chat right now, but maybe we can put him in. We can bring him here on voice
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of go over the common counterplay, and it
Mhm.
kind of just has to do with uh, stopping Jeff from doing what he wants to do, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let
It's
me
kind of. Oh,
let me
sorry.
go ahead and draw this up a little bit real quick, and then you can kind of like agree or disagree, or we can talk about it. But I'm gonna try to talk
Mhm.
in a general sense, not necessarily character matchups. I know character matchups will fall into it, but I just want to talk about if you're playing Jefailey, these are the things you need to watch out for because they're strong plays against Jefailey. And the first thing is crowding the low charge. So if Jefailey starts off with this kick that goes like this, and if he doesn't know how to charge or he's not holding charge, you can be in this area safely. And if he ends up doing a small kick, it's very easy to punish him. And so I always try to crowd Jefailey to make him charge. If he doesn't charge, then I'm gonna punish his meter build. So if he does like a kickback kick, it'll still be fairly short. And if you're hanging out in this area waiting for him to do that, you're going to have a good chance to peg him while he's trying to build a meter. Once he starts building charge, though, you're going to have to respect that space and you're going to have to back up. And so as his charge grows, you want to get further and further back. And as his charge gets to full strength, you'll be like basically full screen, respecting his speed and deciding, when is it good to try to sneak in some meter build kicks, because at this point, if he's charging, he's not building meter, and if you can sneak in meter build kicks while being far away, then you'll have some options when it goes to time, and you'll be doing something while he's literally doing nothing. So that's like step one for me. Do you agree or disagree with that?
No, I definitely agree. I kind of hate it like in the beginning of the game that if I'm trying to like build meter and the other player is just like pressuring me, especially if it's against like Shoals and where I'm just trying to build my meter and like get some space and they're really like approaching in on me, that really changes it up. So I think for beginner players, like if you're playing against any Jefailey, and don't let them in the, especially in the early game, like just stay back and build meter, because I think that's kind of the habit for a lot of new players, is that when they play against Jefailey, they like don't really know that at the beginning of the game, like I'm pretty vulnerable, like while I'm just trying to build meter like that. And what they'll do is they'll just kind of like run away. Maybe they'll try to build their own meter, but by that point, I've got a timer scam and I'm close to getting Kickfactor. And if I hit you with like a headshot or something, then like all that meter build was for nothing. So like you were saying, like the perfect counter, at least like in the early game, is to really kind of approach Jefailey.
You did mention something about that I should stress, and that's while you're doing this pressure, as far as like doing counterplay, you really have to know your spacing, because if you make a mistake, Jefailey will hit you in the head.
I couldn't really think of like a good way to say that, but yeah, you have to just be really well aware of kind of like where the kicks can go, and kind of being able to punish like low kicks or kind of like traveling a little bit farther horizontally, like that. It's definitely, it's not something that you're going to pick up in like a day or so. It's going to be something that like you have to kind of have to learn after a while.
Yeah, you kind of want to, I think the biggest ones are understanding the timing from the basically a high kick to land. If they're charging well, then that time is going to be very like, okay, this is how close you can stand. And if they kick right away, you want to know where that distance is, because it's not going to be equal to them having no charge. They're going to have some charge on the way down. So understanding that first, and then after that, maybe the 2 to 3 second range is kind of like, you want to understand where you can stand there. And then everything after 3 seconds, I would just respect and go all the way back.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I try to head. I still get caught hit in the head because I got too close. So
yeah, it is really difficult. I will say one of the best players at kind of punishing the early game Jefailey was Insomniac when he used Kung Pao. He just the way he did it, he just knew exactly where to stand, when to hit the kick, like how high to jump for it. Like he used a dive gem. Yeah, he normally used dive gem and just like.
As Kung,
he would
just use dive gem?
Against me.
Oh wow,
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he would use dive gem, because what he would do is, if I kind of tried to start building meter at the beginning of the match, he would just like jump up and hit kick, and like I'd be in trouble. A lot of times it'd be a headshot. Yeah, Kung
definitely has that ability to punish bad movement from afar. Her horizontal kick just gives her that ability.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say that's like. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I'll say that Kung's probably one of the easiest characters to like kind of punish that early game Jefailey with. When it gets to kind of the later game, I feel like there are other characters that can punish that a little bit better, because once it gets to like full kick, I don't think Kung is fast enough to. Because once he's like at full head capacity, the main counterplay at that point is to try to get under him. And I think there are other characters that are faster than Kung that can actually like do that a little bit safer.
That's actually a very good segue, because the next thing we're going to talk about is getting under and behind Jefailey.
Yeah, that's the other main counterplay.
Yeah, so once Jefailey goes up, he'll be pretty high, so I can't really do it on the screen, but you'll notice that his kick will go there. So you want to get all the way to this spot right here, and basically you want to be far enough that you can't get hit by a low kick, but you can try to chase when he does a kick. And if he's holding charge well, then he'll kick very far away and it'll be hard to chase him. But if they aren't holding charge well, they might get short, and then you can just run them down and kick them. You do want to be careful, because remember we talked about Jefailey's air special has that fade or knockback. They can use that, like if you're standing right here, like the optimum place, they can use that to kind of like get back a little bit and then kick you. So watch out for that. If you see them do a disqualified, if they're close enough to kick, go ahead and kick them, because they're locked into disqualified animation. But if not, and they're too high, go ahead and back up just a little bit more, because they're coming for you basically.
Yeah, one of the best players to kind of like that kind of like showed me like the power of this counterplay was actually Ober.
Mhm.
When he used dive, because what I would do, especially when my heads were like really high, if I jumped up, like as soon as and I think that's the main strategy I think everyone should be using, as soon as the Jefailey jumps up with like 3 or 4 heads, you need to start kicking, like to get close to him, because I mean, yeah, he could let the kick go, but by that point, it just depends on the charge. Like by that point, if he has like not much charge and he really doesn't have anywhere to go, so it was always really annoying when I would jump up and Ober would start like kicking to get under me, because like
Yeah.
it usually like worked. Yeah, just like a bunny hop basically. Yeah, just like get as close to me when I'm that high in the air.
I would say that we talked about Jefailey as very affected by gravity. His head size changes his gravity, and then his kick is also affected by gravity. And so the higher that he gets, the bigger his head gets, the more floaty he is. So that kick takes a long time to drop, and that gives you more and more time to get underneath. So as his head grows, look for that option to get under, but also behind, because behind is kind of the safest spot where you can still launch an attack. If you are like, say here, and he decides not to kick and starts descending, you don't want to be there when he gets to this area, because he's just going to let a kick that basically is going to cover all your options. So you want to get all the way through and behind if you can. Obviously, it's not something you can do every single time, but you want to keep your eye out for those moments. And when Jefailey has a big head, just like you said, that's the best time to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing is counterplay against Kickfactor. So, just like we talked about, setting up an attack with Kickfactor means you're going to have huge steps. So when I think about it, I think that Jefailey is going to kick somewhere around here. He cannot do a step where that's going to land in this area. And so you want to try to look for when they're trying to do that kick. And they're going to be doing like... they're going to do this approach from a jump and then a small descent. They're going to look to get an approach kick in, or they'll do a floaty kickback and then do the kick in. So you want to watch for that. You want to try to threaten that low kick approach, because it's coming, and if they get there, I don't know what you can do for that point, because once they're close to you and they have all that speed, they're going to kill you. So
Yeah.
That's what I would say is your best defense against Kickfactor when they're far away. When they're close, that's where it gets into the guess mode. And basically, you want to decide if you want to stand or if you want to jump. And I think that's really the only decision. Doing a kickback is usually not as good, because if you could have cleared it, if you're fast enough to clear it this way, then most of the time this will give you less options. I still think you can do this way if they're very far away, but if they're really close, going up might actually give you a better shot at doing a headshot counter versus going back. Because going back, the speed from this position when they're close is just, it's too high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of when I get Kickfactor, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking to punish kickbacks. I'm not really, especially kind of like towards the end of like the Divekick dailies. I feel like a lot of players are really good at kind of punishing Jefailey when he had Kickfactor, kind of understanding that range that you drew out there, and kind of knowing like where I want to go. So kind of like towards the end, I didn't really play for Kickfactor that much. I just wanted to have a lot of meters so I could just use like timer scams and disqualifieds. Also too, I think the main issue is I just kind of get like a little bit too aggressive sometimes with the Kickfactor. Like I'll just kind of do a random like top of the screen like Kickfactor kick, which normally gets punished. But yeah, like how you're saying, just I feel like people should make sure they kind of know like what ranges that Jefailey can get to, and then just punishing those is the best option.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna have to deal with Kickfactor. Jefailey is gonna get it somehow, some way, and so it can propel him into a win. So learning how to understand when to stand, it might take some experience, but I think that's very important when playing that Jefailey matchup. Let's move on to line play, because that's another way to win.
Oh.
I think I've already mentioned the classic ones where Jefailey uses timer scam. Jefailey can stand from away from line and use his charge to basically threaten this area. Do you have any other, I guess, line play ideas or thoughts?
Oh, well, if you want to see like really, really good line play, you can look at the grand finals from that Uber and I had from like that
That Jefailey Mirror.
Yeah, he did really well with the line play there. I think the best line play for Jefailey is to just stand like on the line and
so
just
here.
hold. Yeah, I think that's the best spot because when you're away from the line, because I used to do that a lot like during the Divekick dailies. I thought that I could just be away from the line, just threaten that. But especially if you're playing somebody like Dive or like Kung, they can get to that line I feel like they can get to that line a lot faster than you can. And unless you have like a good read that they're gonna try to approach the line, it's not super consistent. I just prefer to stand on the line, and then if they try to approach me, then I can punish that.
Okay, that's interesting. I've always tried to be kind of near the line, but not on it, because I felt like kicking into it was safer than standing on it. But I mean, a lot of the stuff you said makes sense. So
and a lot of my experience too, when I am away from the line and I do try to kick in, then some really skilled players will punish that. That happened a lot against Insomniac. Capconian did that a lot to me, especially against Shoals.
Oh yeah, I guess Shoals you got to be a little closer.
Yeah, and you you have to. You just have to be kind of careful around the line, because that they're gonna have to try to come in eventually. I'd rather them have to come to me instead of both of us have to move there at the same time.
Yeah, I do want to address a question by Ubersaw Medic. He said, wait, the sign in the stage singles the center? Yes. Every stage has a little marker that you can use to think of that's the center of the stage. When time runs down, you'll get a nice big red line in the center, but when the time isn't down, you can use things like this little stick trail marker here to understand where the center is. I think on the Sensei stage, there's lines on the floor. There's a crack on the floor for
in the Heaven stage, they have a crack on the Kenny stage. That Heaven one, I think they have a crack on the floor at the center.
There's indicators on every stage, I believe.
What's the indicator for the lab?
I don't know what the lab. I haven't seen the lab in a while.
I remember. Yeah, I remember knowing that there was always a kind of marker in the middle for each stage, but I never remembered what one's there for the lab. Because for the beach level, they have an actual line in the sand, but I don't remember which one's there for the actual lab.
Yeah, well, maybe if we do our matchup practice games, we'll run into the lab one of these ones, and we can call it out. I noticed Markman, you did a lurk command. Unfortunately, I don't have a lurk command, but if you're hanging out listening, welcome to the chat. Let's see. I think one of the things about line play is that I think most players don't understand it as well as some other players, just because it's not something that happens too often. The game is only 20 seconds, but I know a lot of people who still have trouble trying to kick into it. I even still have trouble just trying to kick into line at 0. But I feel like once you understand that, it can change the line play a lot. And if you can come in with a drop kick, let's say you come in with a drop kick like this, understanding when the perfect time to kick is, I think that can be pretty strong. I'm not sure how high you have to be or how close you have to be, but I feel like if you could just cover this area with a drop kick, it would be pretty strong.
Yeah, that's actually the perfect area. If I'm trying to claim that center spot, that's the kick angle that I want to do. But again, if me and the opponent kind of like where Dive and Kick are on this picture right now, if we're both at that distance, I don't really want to be doing that.
Oh yeah,
to get to the center line. I just want to. I just kind of prefer. It's a lot easier for me just to think that if I just stand on the center line, especially if I have like if I have like, 3 or 4 head Jefailey, like unless they're Shoals, they're not gonna really get over me.
Yeah,
So,
it's a lot safer because you're
yeah.
already there and you have a decent amount of height that
Yep.
if they come in, you're going to be safe no matter what. The worst case scenario is you lose meter, but you don't lose the round.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the main thing too is just like making sure you don't jump when you're there unless your opponent has jumped, because if you just jump and you're falling and then your opponent like actually like tries to punish that, especially if it's another Jefailey, like that's a immediate headshot.
All right, last thing is gem selection.
Ooh.
What gem do you prefer? Like, don't worry about the matchup. Just say like which one do you like playing. So
I like kick.
So kick gem.
Yeah. Because I think I really would only use dive gem for like Shoals, the Jefailey Mirror, and maybe N. Kind of, I guess against Mushroom Gas, I would use the dive gem, but against like other N players, I'd use the kick gem.
Yeah, so I agree with you that I do like the kick gem better, and for
Because
me,
it's like you're not gonna. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was thinking like you're not really, for the majority of the game, you're not gonna be able to like jump higher than your opponent anyway usually. So I don't really see like to get the benefit out of the dive gem, you kind of have to win. You have to win like a couple rounds to like get to that point, and at that point, like I feel like the kick gem would just be a little bit better for neutral, like at the majority of the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same line as you in that I like the kick gem because that extra speed on the kick means you're more threatening with less charge than if you didn't have the kick gem. So like being able to threaten that distance in front of you, I think is one of the key things as Jefailey in the early game, and then you get your height anyway as you win rounds. So you don't need it as much. Obviously, there's going to be matchups where that little extra height from kick gem from dive gem is going to matter, but I'd rather have kick gem if I could. But I picked dive gem just because I need it. The other thing about dive gem is it makes your kickback faster, and this can be very useful for a lot of different characters and matchups. But I do find the kick speed just a lot more valuable when I play Jefailey.
Yeah, especially against like characters like Fencer, where you would think that the main goal is to just kind of like jump over the sword and like kind of like avoid it in the air. The kick gem is a lot better just to kind of pressure the Fencer into getting his sword in the first place. That's why, usually like 9 times out of 10, I'm using kick gem.
Yeah. This might be a good time. Ubersaw, can you like jump into tourney cast? Maybe talk about if you prefer kick gem as well, and maybe you have different reasons behind it. And also maybe you can talk about your Steam guide as well. So let's hopefully pull you in here. You should know where to go. Let me know if you don't.
Do I have to jump out?
No, the room should have a 3 capacity. I upped it.
Okay.
Right before I jumped in.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Hello?
Hey Ubersaw.
How are you doing?
Ubersaw, hello.
Hello, Sneeze.
Okay, so the question, we'll just repeat the question one more time. Which kick gem would you prefer to use despite the matchup, and your reasons behind that?
Honestly, I think that for the most part I agree with what Sneeze said, which is my default gem is kick. It gives you more mobility, it lets you like threat the other player from further away when you have max charge or middle levels of charge. And in general, it also lets you build meter a bit faster. When you have dive gem and you are like at 3-4 heads and you are trying to build meter, it's even harder, even more impossible than with kick gem. With kick gem, at least you can try to build. But dive gem is really useful in matchups where like jump height, like jumping as high up as fast as possible matters. Shoals, Mr. N, I guess. I still have to figure out Mr. N. I just get annihilated by it. I don't even know where to start. Sensei, the same. And maybe Stream. Stream, it's really useful to be able to like meet him midair, totally straight.
Okay, thank you for adding that. It seems like it's a consensus on Kickgem. I do want to say hi to one of our new viewers in chat, there, the Wolf66. Hello, I hope you're enjoying the stream about Divekick. If you don't know about Divekick, it's a 2-button fighting game, and right now we're going into a deep analysis of one specific character, Jefailey. And I have with me SneezeLord 93 and Ubersaw Medic that are both very, very good Jefailey players. I'd say the two best ones. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. They're the two best Jefailey players that I know.
Thank you.
Notzak, hey, what's up? Glad you can make it. Taking a break from Monster Hunter Rise. If you guys do like to play Monster Hunter, please check out Notzak's channel. He's doing it on Hawaii time and should be on later tonight, I think.
Ooh, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so I brought you in because you wrote this huge guide. Sorry, I'm referring to Uber, and I'm wondering. I know that we didn't cover everything in your guide, but is there anything like very important that you felt like I missed during this like kind of discussion of Jefailey?
I don't think so. There's one thing when like two important things that I was noting now. I was noting down now just to talk a bit about them. But overall, I think that you made like a really good introduction to the character, like how to move, how to build, the uses of each special. Like, yeah, I don't think you missed anything to measure. And yeah, this guide, I wrote it down like 6 years ago. I think now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long while. Like I wrote it when the game was 3 years old. Now the game is 9 years old. Actually,
That's crazy.
just to put the time in perspective. So yeah, a lot of my opinions have changed. I think I still thought back then that the Jefailey Mirror is something to be avoided and put in to pick Kickgem, not because it was better, but because it made the matchup more fun. And also, Fencer is a 4-6, when I think now it's a 6-4, but there are some things that should be slightly revised now if I have the time, but I still think it's a good resource. It talks about the flow of a match as Jefailey, what options do you have at each stage, and a bit of recommendation, a bit of talk about each matchup. So I still think it's a worthwhile resource to read if you want to get into playing Jefailey.
Yes, please go if you are interested in learning how to play Jefailey. Check out that
really
Steam
good
guide. Yeah, I linked it in chat. I know SneezeLord, you gave some of your comments during that time when he was writing this. You guys kind of worked on it. He was working on it. He had your thoughts as well. And it's still pretty valid, even if it's like 6 years old now. I don't know. It's still pretty valid.
No, Ubersaw like had the majority of it already written. I think I really only like added like maybe like some character matchup stuff or stuff like that. But no, Ubersaw, that's an incredible guide.
I think we like commentated some things over like on the dailies mainly. Which was the main hub of activity at the time.
Yep.
I noticed Notzak, you gave me a compliment of being the only the best Divekick player you know. Well, I'm gonna take the compliment, but I also know you don't know that many Divekick players yet, and you should get to know these two. These are some great Jefailey players. With that, I think we can move into kind of just playing some matchups. Let's get some games in here. I kind of want to start it with Dive first, just to kind of set the standard out there. Which of you guys think you're better against Dive? You guys can talk about it. You guys take turns, or we can kind of just jump into it.
I guess I could play the first bit. I kind of give like kind of how I think about it, because I think kind of towards the end of the Divekick dailies, like a lot of people kept picking Dive against me.
Oh, as like a counter pick, really?
Yeah. So I might have some experience. I'm sure Ubersaw could have some pointers as well, but I can hop on.
You played against Dive players. I only got Kung Paos. I don't know how you did it.
The only Kung Pao that I really played against was Insomniac.
Insomniac's Kung Pao. That was something.
That was disgusting.
Never played
Yeah.
against like Hansen or.
Oh yeah, I did play against Hansen. Usually I did like pretty well against like a lot of the other Kung Paos. Canadian Bacon's used Kung Pao.
Yeah, he uses Kung as
for a
well.
bit. But then normally like against me, he would use try to use Stream or other characters. Hansen would go to like other characters as well. I felt like I had a like decent. I thought I had a good grasp on the Kung Pao matchup until Insomniac started picking.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
think
dive gem
he-
thing.
Yeah, well, it was actually funny because I think it was in like grand finals of one of the dailies, because it was right when Insomniac like was only using Markman, and I think I had reset the bracket, and then he just switched to Kung Pao, and I remember thinking, oh, I'd go against Kung Pao, like I don't know, like really like that many Kung Paos is like that like really like destroyed me, and there was another Kung Pao. Pointless actually was really good against in the Jefailey
Yeah,
matchup
painless,
as well.
painless.
Yes.
Nice.
But then it was just like immediate 3-0. Like he destroyed me with Kung Pao, and I was like, I did not know what to do at that point. And then after that, like he would only pick Kung Pao against me. They would just like it always be like straight 3-0s. So
Oh,
we could,
wow.
yeah, we could play the
Let's play
dive match.
Let's play some dive here. If you go
Yeah.
and make a room, or do you want to be P1 or P2?
It doesn't really matter. I can since I'm right here, I can make the room.
Okay, I'll go search for the room. Let me go back to the game.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna erase some of these yellow markers here. Sometimes I have like dots on the screen. It annoys me later on. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to erase that thing. All right, let me go look for a
Leftover
room.
tactical information.
Yeah, leftover tactical information. So
Just like drawing out like all my kick arcs. That I think that might actually help.
all right, our ping looks good, so we
Yep.
can kind of just jump right into it. Ubersaw, if you could just stay in the chat, and then kind of after we do a full set, you can kind of give your thoughts about,
Oh yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
commentating.
I'll go ahead
Okay.
and like as we're playing, I'll kind of explain what I'm trying to do. Oh, I should probably get scores up as well.
I nearly counterpicked Kung.
Do you normally switch off to Kung against dive?
It depends. If it's like I would say I'm more comfortable using Kung against dive, but I still like the Jefailey dive matchup. I still think it's in dive's favor, but I've been playing it for like a long time now, so I feel like comfortable, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure which.
if this were a tournament match, I'd probably be using Kung, or at least like playing the first game as Jefailey, then switching to Kung if I lost.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which gem to pick because I know that they play a little bit differently. I'm not sure which one you had more experience in.
Ober would use the dive gem. I personally think that kick gem is a little bit better here, just because it kind of facilitates you getting under me.
Yeah, I like them both. I think the dive gem is good for pressuring. Ooh, did my Oh, never mind. I'm wondering if the audio was still there. Yeah, we're good.
So kind of like what I was saying, like at the beginning here, just building up my meter. And here, I'm just kind of, I just want to like kind of play for the line. Then I'm here.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so you have way too much meter. I should have been pressuring from the beginning. You're gonna have Kickfactor. Or
So
you're
I
not
really
gonna have
don't want
Kickfactor.
the kick factor in that situation, since you're just kind of waiting for me to kick in. So I don't really want that.
Oh, too close. So I kicked there to try to get underneath you while you're doing your
Yeah.
Kickfactor animation. I was thinking I was gonna get a kill, but got a little too close.
So you hear, yeah, you're doing the perfect thing. Just kind of, just pressuring me. Because now I gotta run.
Yeah, and now I gotta run.
Now, it's funny kind of how fast it like switches up. Yeah, that was not good.
I was able to get in there before you pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it coming. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I better get in their line. Oh, I got too close.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like once I feel like the kick angle that like dive and kick use is not the best for Jefailey.
Ooh. Oh, I should have kicked there.
Yeah.
I had the
I
hop.
was like,
I just didn't react.
Yeah. You kind of have to have really good, like.
Ooh.
Yep. That's.
Just backing up, respecting the boom
Yeah, I
kicks.
kind of wanted to show you, kind of show the stream, like kind of how you would adjust that. Yep, there you go. Kind of like how, if you have a Jefailey that's like kick factoring you, just kind of like how would you do that, and you punish that excellently. Now we are in trouble.
Yeah, kick factor versus concussed is pretty bad.
I could kind of, I guess one of the main things I could do is kind of talk about some concussed, like concussed as Jefailey, kind of like some game plan there.
Oh, actually, I think that's a really good point that I forgot to go over.
No,
and
it's
that's,
really fine.
Yeah, dealing with your big heads, situations that you want to avoid to not get a concussed, and also when you're concussed, what to do.
Very important point, yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna
concussed a lot.
Yeah, let me jump out of this real quick. I kind of want to go back to versus to kind of explain a couple things. Thanks for the reminder.
No problem.
Let's go back to versus. So it's direct game. One of the things that happens as Jefailey, as your head gets bigger, I want to call it. You have this snap forward. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that I'm not.
Yeah.
Theme park after a fight.
I guess I'll just put dive here
This
for now.
contest is trivial.
Select your gems. Select your duds.
So what I'm talking about snap forward is when you land, Jefailey does this like lunge forward thing or kneeling and with his head kind of moved forward. And I'll try to pause it right at the right moment, but
Yeah, please headshot me frame of animation.
there you go. I don't know if it's exactly like this, but he'll do. Oh. Oh. I had it.
Like
There
when
you go.
he's yeah.
So after he lands, he'll do this animation, but then as he pops up, you'll notice that it'll be his head will be. Let me draw this out. His head's small right now, so it's not as bad. But as soon as he comes out, his head will be like over here when he stands up, and it like I call it snaps forward because when you land, you'll just see it like his motion will look like this. He looks like a banana with the head over here, and then as he lands, he'll come down. And then his head will be like over here in front. It'll snap forward as he lands because you're looking at it like when it's in the back. But as soon as you land, he'll do that crouching thing, and then he'll stand up, and it'll be like this. And the bigger your head gets, the more noticeable that is. And you really want to be worried about when you have a big head, how close you're getting when you do your kicks, because that snap forward will get caught a lot.
Yeah. Especially against like Shoals or really anybody that has like a good like fast diagonal kick, like that's gonna get caught all the time.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to blind everyone there. The pause kind of darkens the screen, so I had a filter that makes it a little bit brighter. Let me get some wins, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about, like in the game itself.
Round 2. Divekick.
This like forward head motion is also something that you want to watch out for. When you're actually getting hit and people are putting a kick over you, and we call that the cross up.
Round 4. Divekick.
So yeah, this is the normal landing, and then this is like the snap forward. And if you are dive and you kick across, you'll see that Jefailey did a turnaround, right? And there's some characters whose kick will actually hit when Jefailey does a turnaround. And this is worse when he's headshot. Notice that his lean forward is a lot further now. Oh, dang. Let me get a little bit more height with dive here and actually kick across.
Round 6. Divekick.
Yeah, that's something that you have to be aware about, and you can still get headshot even if they kick past you. And this happens with Shoals all the time. And if you ever play as Shoals, you'll be aware of it sooner rather than later. And also when you're doing your kick, this snap forward is even worse. So when you're kicking as Concussion Jefailey, you got to be really aware of that.
Though there is one very precise way to avoid the cross up when the opponent jumps over you,
Mhm.
which is just as he's about to cross you, you jump. So that
Yeah.
way you lock your orientation.
All right, let's.
But
Oh,
there's
duh.
a problem, which is that they can just land and kick again because you're still headshotted. So you have to have a plan, like kick again to try to counter punish them, use a special, do something. But yeah, you can jump to lock your orientation and try to avoid this. With Shoals, it's especially useful.
That sounds awesome. Do you think that I guess what's your when you're concussed, let's say a mid-size head, mid-size like head 2, like what is your first initial like thought? Do you try to survive it or are you just like allowing yourself to get hit without a headshot?
I tried, first of all, I tried to temper my expectations
Mhm.
because if you can manage to only get hit and not get headshot, that's a win. That's a complete victory. Like if if the opponent only has to kick me once more to win, then of course I try to
Totally
at least
survive.
get out
Yeah.
alive because then it doesn't make sense. But if you are like the previous game, Sneeze had 4 wins and you had only 1. At that point, yeah, doing a trade or getting kicked without a headshot is a complete victory because then you get put again on a much more decent point. But what I do is basically it's bide my time. It's tell the opponent if you want to come to me, work for it, and let the headshot timer run out until at the last possible second, I can just jump with Jeff's jump speed, which is very high at high heads, and then try to counter instantly. So yeah, I wait for the opponent to approach, and then when he's about to kick me, then I back kick, and I like it's about threatening the opponent about anything that you do that's not perfectly calculated. I'm going to punish, and then make him take too much time for the headshot to run out. If that, I don't know if that was clear.
No, I think that
It's
sounded
better.
clear to me.
That's very good.
Sneeze, did you have anything to add or anything you want to talk about in terms of like
Yeah, when I'm concussed like that, I guess the thing I'm trying to do is like trying to win a round, and the way I try to do that is I feel when I'm headshot, a lot of people try to get like really like try to get like another headshot and get like really overzealous for it.
Mhm.
So my goal is to try to kind of punish people if they are overextending on me. But when there are like really skilled players that like don't really overextend like that, then it kind of gets a little bit more complex for me. I do try to run out the timer, or at least like kind of run to the corner, but again, especially if it's against a character like Shoals or something, it's kind of not the best strategy. There is a way if you have like kind of like a decent size head, one thing you can try to do is run to the corner, and then when you are in there, if they try to do a high kick and try to like do another headshot on you, you can do a little small kick to get out of there and then jump up behind them and get it.
Okay, so you mean
that's an escape option.
So you mean if you're like if you're approaching, let's say Dive here, and let's say Dive was Jefailey and you're kind of near the corner, if they do a very high kick, you try to like slip underneath with a very short kick. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that all makes
like
sense.
at least like even if I'm still concussed, like it's at least like gets me far enough where I can punish that.
Or back kick and then get away until they.
Yeah.
So you can reset neutral.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of like another thing that I try to do. But yeah, for the most part, I just try to kind of punish like people overextending when possible.
I'm gonna go ahead and explain that a little bit more. So when you say overextending, I'm thinking it's this concept where everyone kind of wants to get in this area right here when they're when they're approaching someone who's concussed. It allows them to, you know, make a quick kick at their head while they're standing, or get high enough and kick to threaten their jump up and their jump back. And in order to get there, they need to kind of get close and then do a high jump. And when you say overextending is basically not being safe about getting into this area. So if they're like kicking far away to get in this area, that's them overextending, and then you're kicking them as they come in. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. Or if they're like a little bit too close to me, like when they do make that kick, then I kind of punish them like from that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys like to hold charge while you're concussed, or do you feel like you want to have the quick kickback at some points?
I always hold charge. It's the only thing that gives you decent mobility while you're headshotted. So yeah, it's a definite must.
For me, it kind of just depends on the character. Like if it's somebody like Dive, I kind of want to be at least a little bit mobile to try to punish, like kind of how I was saying, like a overextension. If it's like the Jefailey Mirror or like another character that kind of can't get to me super quickly, then I'll hold charge. But if it's somebody getting to me quickly, then I usually don't try to hold charge. I'll just try to do a kick. Since I know they're going to try to get close to me anyway, I might as well just I don't really try to charge like in that situation.
Yeah, for some reason, like I always wondered if I should be holding charge or not. I normally just hold charge because I try to keep that Jefailey habit. But sometimes when I'm concussed, I'm like, Ubersaw, I'm like you, where I want to wait till the last second before I jump back. And sometimes I do it too late because I have to like lift off the button and press the button. And I was like, I wasted all my charge anyway. What am I holding that charge for? But yeah, I definitely go back and forth whether I want to have a charge at the beginning or not, just because sometimes I guess maybe I'll wait way too long and I want to get that extra thing in. But
yeah,
I do see your point in that your charge kind of also threatens the space in front of you, so you kind of want charge as well. Yeah, it's definitely something I'll still be thinking about. Yeah. All right, sorry about that interruption, but did you guys have anything anything else to add before we move back into matches?
Yeah, I would say as a last note on this section on how to survive headshots, it's being predictable. Like if you always do the same, if you always do the optimal strategy is wait for the opponent to come closer, back kick, and then go to the corner of the screen and then jump and try to punish the opponent. But if you do that always, the opponent is going to smoke you. So being predictable, kick sometimes at odd times, switch it up.
Very good tip.
Yeah, for example, in the first game, with a 4-1 lead, you have 4 games of time to get out. Use it. Play with the opponent.
Very good tip there.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say being unpredictable definitely helps in anything, even during your attacks as well. But you definitely put it in perspective if you're up 4-1 and you got headshots, you have a very large head, but if you make them miss just once, you'll be back in it to win it.
Exactly.
All right. If you could set up your game lobby again, I'll go ahead and join you again, and we'll continue from there. Okay. We'll probably just start from 0-0 again, since this is we'll do a full set.
Okay.
All right. Search lobby. Get back into the game. And of course, there's a little bit of yellow here. I gotta erase. Nothing else. Okay, cool. Oh, I need to swap these names. I totally messed up the last tournament. I forgot to swap names with Loco Joe and myself, and it's annoying me like hell. So I'm gonna try to not do that today. Dive.
I'm primed for action.
Select your jewels.
All right, gonna go kick jam.
Select your duds.
All right, good luck. Have fun.
You too.
So just like we talked about earlier, as Dive, I'm gonna try to crowd the charger. If he doesn't have charge, I'm gonna go ahead and threaten his meter belt kicks.
Round one.
And I'll decide what to do after this. Oh, I could have kicked there. There it is.
Yep.
Now Now he still has a decent amount of meter, so... Oh, okay. That's me trying to do a read, and I guessed wrong. So Notzak and I have played previously. When I saw them running this game, I was like, people are streaming Divekick? What the hell's going on? And then I jumped on stream to play with them, and I did pretty well, but it's only because they're very new to the game. And basically, I think they had their whole stream was trying to beat me, and I was just trying to teach them the game and trying to get them to play more.
Stonewalling new players.
Yeah.
Tisk.
Uh-oh. There's,
Disqualified!
Oh, no worries. I was just, there was some mod stuff I had to do on the chat. Oh, crap. That was a bad kick.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I feel kind of dirty about that disqualify at the beginning.
No worries. There's the under, yeah, the under
That's how
attack.
you do it.
Yep.
Round 7.
To be fair, Zach, I was just hanging out. I wasn't intending to jump in. I just wanted to give pointers, and then you guys wanted me to play, so that's what I played. I think Macro Min was the first person I ended up playing. It was off stream. Oh man, see, this is
So
scary.
in that situation, I did the timer scam just because I knew I wasn't going to be fast enough to get to you. So it's like I might as well just get center stage and get charge and then go from there.
Oh, so that's me. I was trying to get underneath and not far enough, and SneezeLord got the low kick in there.
Yeah, that one's always for me. That one's always risky because if you know I'm gonna do that, then you can just like kind of like jump up and then punish me for that.
Yeah, but I guess I was just hoping you'd sail over me. I shouldn't do that. I should just try to challenge it. Oh. Okay. Oh. You can tell, like, our footsies are just trying to manage that space of how far Jefailey can kick.
Yeah. For the dive matchup, one of my main things is trying to punish your landings.
Ooh,
Yep.
Kickfactor, very helpful.
I was really just trying to see if I could get one of your landings. Yep, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, against Kickfactor, it's even harder. So.
Oh, went too fast there.
Yeah.
I think my Kickfactor ran out. I didn't jump as high as I thought I would, and I pressed kick way too early. Oh, too close. At least I'm close to Kickfactor.
Yeah.
6.
Disqualified!
Ooh, just close enough
Yeah.
to stay underneath.
Round 7.
Ooh, there's a turnaround.
Yeah.
I was going for it the first time, but I definitely went out.
Yeah.
Round 8.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention the ground special for dive is really good. The Jefailey matchup, it's really good for punishing like a landing like that where I don't kick at all.
Oh! I was a little too close there.
Yeah.
Round 10.
Disqualified!
Ooh,
Yep.
was able to get underneath.
Yeah.
Barely.
That was really good.
Oh man.
So it was like perfect timing too.
Zach, I don't know if you remember, but I think Kahans ended up taking a game for me. I was S-kill and he was kick? I don't know, I was trying to parry kick and I couldn't set up the right positioning, but he ended up taking advantage of my positioning and getting a win off of me. And then I think the next game I finally got that parry that I got. And you guys are like, whoa, what is that? And I was just like, that's parry, the most satisfying move in the game.
Make it a riff.
are
Those
you
things.
are you ready, Sneeze? I just wanted to take a
Yep.
quick break.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 1-1.
Yeah, I will say that you and Uber are like some of the best players like with the like entire roster, because I definitely could not be able to place somebody like Skill or somebody like that.
Yeah, Eskil is all the double jump characters people tend to find confusing. Oh man, you caught me sleeping.
Sorry.
No, not at all. I thought you wouldn't go that far. Oh my gosh, that was a mistake. I was just trying to move forward slowly, or sorry, with a small kick, and I pressed DK
Yeah.
a little too fast.
Yeah.
Round 3.
All right. So even with headshot, I try to pressure if they don't have charge. I'll try to pressure
Yeah.
them.
No, that's smart. It's not like I'm gonna be able to like really catch up to you.
Ooh, I was a little aggressive there. I should have just went up higher.
Round 4. Divekick.
Oh, okay. This is bad.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's
Detection warning.
I am really good at like
Detection warning.
throwing
low
games
kick,
away
yeah.
with like a headshot. Yeah, so yeah, the kick factor kind of popped like in a bad spot there. I should have just waited up in the air. Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I tried to do.
I was trying to set up that that second headshot
Uber is
and caught me coming
definitely
in.
way better at. Uber has way better patience than me. I can't like wait that long.
Ah, but still, you're unpredictable. You know, which is
Yeah,
good.
I like. I think I kind of play like too aggressively at points.
Round 2. Divekick.
I did feel it on the Jeff mirrors we had in the grand final.
Yeah, I kind of went like too aggressive at points. Oh.
Oh, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Round 3. Divekick.
Now I see a whole bunch of problems right there. Please, nope.
Oh! Very nice, very nice.
Round.
Actually, something.
kinda-
Hey, say.
Oh, sorry, Uber, go ahead.
I know that something interesting that came in the previous game is that sometimes if you get a headshot and you're at high head, because chasing is so hard, just building meter or charge is good enough. Like it gives you a lot of edge.
Oh, did not think you would kick
That's
forward
kind
there.
of that right there was kind of what I was trying to do in the grand finals as well, where I was hoping that I would do like a low kick like that, and then Uber would like do a kick back, but he always like punished those really well. So, oh my goodness.
That was just me gambling, trying not to get the.
Yeah, I completely messed that up. If you want to see some bad Jefailey gameplay, this is it.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, are you coming in? Maybe.
No, there's no point.
Nice. So right there, he let go of his charge, so he doesn't have the far one, and did the
Yeah.
short kick.
I kind of like, I don't know, when I first did that, I kind of did it on accident. Like, I didn't intend to do that. Then I was like, wow, I just did a low kick that, I think it was like in a tournament or something. I was like, I just did a low kick and like didn't fly all over the place. Then I kind of did like just kind of practice like dropping that kick input to kind of like get that fast one out.
Yeah, it's definitely a tool that I think all Jefailey should have in their toolbox. All right, that was the set though.
Oh, it was? Oh.
Yeah, you took it 3-1.
I did not. I wasn't counting. I think what happened was when you were talking to chat about playing with those other players, I completely lost count.
Oh,
Just like
no
that one
worries. No worries at all. Let's see. Do we run this back? I'm trying to think of what else we want to showcase. Uber, is there? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. I remember Uber kind of mentioning the N matchup being kind of difficult for Jefailey, and it is. If you want to play as N, I could kind of go through like my thought process on that, if you would like. Or if Uber wants to play any matches.
Sure. Let's have Uber. Did you want to jump in
Yeah.
for now? And maybe you can pick one, and then we'll switch back to SneezeLord and do an N.
Oh yeah, whatever you
Okay.
you guys feel like. Yeah. Do you want me to do a lobby or?
Yeah, go ahead and make a lobby. I'll go ahead and join it. And then
Great
pick a
lobby,
matchup that you
private.
kind of like to play, and then we'll move over to SneezeLord and N after that.
I think the Kung Pao matchup is pretty representative because she can really punish your like neutral jumps and everything.
Mhm.
I think it's a good showmanship of how to play Chef. It highlights the flow of the matchup.
Okay, cool. And then do we have, or are you gonna make the lobby, or should I make it?
I made it.
Okay.
Do you have your GGPO at the correct setting or
Oh yeah, that's right.
avoid choppiness? I'm in Spain after all.
Yes, Ubersaw is. We're playing over, I guess from West USA West to Spain basically. So it's pretty far.
Yeah.
Looks like Notzak
Yeah.
wants to see a Jefailey Mirror. Okay, so we'll probably do a Jefailey Mirror to end, and we'll have
Yeah, we can do
both
that.
both Sneeze and Uber play each other.
That sounds like fun.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't want to do it, I can do it, Ubersaw.
No. I'll do it. I'll never back down from it when challenged.
I don't see your lobby. Did you make a public one or a
Uh,
private one?
A private.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, cool. So yes, not sex. Stick around. Oh crap! It's already 7. Man, this time just freaking flies.
So it's 10 p.m. here.
Yeah, it's 7 here on the West Coast.
Uber, what time is it in Spain right now?
Yeah, it's pretty late for you, right?
Not too late. It's only 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
It's early.
4 a.m. It's the hour for me when the old dailies started.
Select your duds.
I am a night owl, as they say, because of the dailies.
Yeah, if you do ever have to go, if you need to get some rest, just let us know. Sleep is definitely important, and
That is dedication. Thank you, Uber, for joining. Wow.
yeah.
Don't worry. I slept 6 hours in a nap.
I let Uber know ahead of time so he'd be, at least rested.
Building meter.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, what Insomniac would do is like kind of when I would do like a meter build kick like that, he just like hit jump and just like straight and get me.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of looking for. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
that timing of like when he does the kick, can I catch it?
Yeah, he would kind of like read like when I was gonna kick, which was always like rough.
Disqualified!
Yeah, and disqualified is
Yeah.
super easy.
Neutral jumping. The
Yeah.
killer.
It's very easy to land disqualifieds on Kung Pao.
Double kill.
See, I jumped just before my headshot timer ended, so I got the weak jump, and that killed me.
Oh, nice. There
Yeah.
you go. You got the jump down right. I should have backed off once the concussion went off. Ooh, double KO.
Good trade.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of the differences between kind of how Uber and I kind of do it. Because if it were me concussed, I would just like try to throw a kick out, which probably would not have been the best in that situation. So
Oh, that's still too far. I was like, can I chase you from here? Probably not. But I know now.
Round 7. Dive kick.
Macro win with sleep is whatever. We don't need it, but then cries after.
Dive kick. Double KO. Round 9. Dive kick.
Check out my
Okay.
bobblehead.
Hopefully I pressed kickback. Yes, I did. I'm like, I'm a little close there.
I was scared.
Hurry up.
Oh. I'm like, why didn't I react to the last one? And then you kicked me while I was thinking about
Another
that.
one.
We got another Charlie Tebu, Iso Uber. I don't know what that means, but I'm
It's
hopefully.
Uber. It's like, come on Uber, you go.
Oh, okay. I was like, hope you're
Aye,
cheering out for Uber. Wait, add
yeah,
one
that
for your
cuts
score.
Yes.
Let's try to push the charge of Divekick.
Round 1. Dive kick.
So yeah, the flow is basically at 0-1 heads, build meter, push
Oh, that was a
spacing,
bad
try
jump.
to get headshots.
So there, I was thinking you were gonna do a kickback, and I was gonna go ahead and try to get in there.
Dive kick.
You'll
At zero
cactal
health, it's
green.
easy to push.
Welcome to the chat. As well. I didn't miss. I missed your name the first time.
Feeling myself.
Okay.
It is so
Oh,
hard to
so close.
the spacing, like when you have Kickfactor and trying to get a headshot and someone just standing there, it is so difficult.
Back kick. Kick. Oh, no, that was a misplay.
Yep.
Yeah, my concuss ran out because of it.
But yeah, that is kind of that is the way to kind of like that I would do it. Is like back kick, and then
5 dive kick.
Oh,
Ooh, good weight. Very good weight.
so hopefully we can keep
That
this
doesn't
train
mean-
going.
6 dive kick.
There's that snap board I'm talking about.
yep.
Yeah.
Round 7 dive
I feel like Jefailey would go up like a few character placings if they just kind of like if they let him like snap like just like backwards. That'd be a lot better. But nope, he snaps forward. Oh,
Ooh,
Still made money.
ow.
that buffalo
Yeah.
got me out of what?
Yeah.
Just tears.
Got some Kung Pao tricks. Oh,
Ooh.
oh, so close. Nice.
round 9
Alright.
dive kick.
Will charge. Will charge. You'll notice that I have with one more kick, I get Kickfactor, so that's another option.
Oh, you mean DQ?
Oh, DQ, yeah.
This is really tough.
Oh no!
0 feet.
I was trying to use it to win line, but I went a little too far. Nice line play there.
But yeah, not only timer scam can be used for line play, also Kickfactor.
Alright, let's see if I can at least get one win on the board here.
round 1 dive kick.
Oh. I'm not respecting the distance well enough. I'm doing my learning of the distance to this one. There. Oh, come on.
No.
So
Plant. Totally plant.
So that's victim of the snap. Remember I was talking about the snap board where you're like your head is kind of back and you move forward. When he moved forward, my kick was already past him.
I've never seen that before. That's incredible.
Yeah, it does happen.
Did the timer scam save me from the snapback?
I don't think it did. The snap was you were already past it, I believe. Oh.
No, alright.
You did take my kick factor, so.
round 5 dive kick.
She doesn't have neutral jump? No, it is. Yeah, when you are at 3 and 4 heads against Kung Pao, you have to have meter.
6 dive kick.
You
Yeah,
have to
that
climb
is
head.
that's like an insomniac kick right there.
Oh gosh. Okay, that was my bad. I had the headshot. I just went a little too early.
7 dive kick in the shot.
Ooh, you cannot make that small jump.
Yeah, good rush down. Good rush down.
round 8 dive kick.
Alright.
Yeah, the kick factor speed added to that one.
round
What do I do now?
9 dive
Nothing. Run away. Which is good enough.
Ooh.
round 10 dive kick.
Yeah, against Kung Pao, only neutral jump if you have a lot of charge. If not, she's going to punish you.
Hurry up.
Ooh, I did a
Oh,
little
wow.
bait there.
No.
Wins.
I tried to go for line, but I got scared because of the portal. Good game.
Alright, I'm on the board. Feels good. At least if I lose the set now, it's like at least got on the board.
round
If anyone in chat wants to do something other than the mirror, let me know. We'll try to do that next. If anybody wants to see a matchup, I think we're gonna do N next. If there's no
round
requests.
dive
Ooh.
KO.
Good trade.
Round 3. Divekick.
Oh. That's just a big whiff by me.
Round 4. Divekick.
And he's about to get Kickfactor too. Oh. Still got half. Oh my god, so much.
Round 5. Divekick.
Oh no.
Perfecto.
Oh my goodness.
Round
Yeah, I gotta find some way to
6.
survive.
Divekick.
Alright, shoulder, that works.
I mean, as a Jefailey player, it's like nice to watch, but
7. Divekick.
Oh, okay. Way to clear that out that quickly.
yeah, that was really good. I think for me, I would always do that and then like have someone punish me. So I don't think I would ever. I would have been used to doing that because I remember like early on I would just like throw that Kickfactor kicks out like haphazardly.
You have to go for the throat with
Yeah.
Kickfactor. Because if it works, you just win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool too because you guys definitely have different styles, and so like it just goes to show you that even if you understand the basics of Jefailey, you can still bring your own feel and style to the game.
Yeah, Ubersaw is actually like calculated, and I just kind of go in.
Oh, I thought in my head it's like the opposite. I just do whatever, and it's you the one that I think plays more calculated.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't really. I mean, there's sometimes I kind of think about like kick angles, but there's really not much going on in my head. I'm just kind of like, this is what I feel like I should be doing in this instance. Let's do it.
I mean, in my head it's like, should I timer scam? It's basically this thought, and the rest is just instinct.
Yep.
All right, shall we move over to the end? If no one in chat has a request, we'll move over to the end matchup as well. I'll look for your lobby. SneezeLord?
Yeah, mine's still up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's still up. Oh, let me go change my GPO. Gotta switch it back. I'll be right back.
Very good.
Two is the default GGPO delay. If you haven't played Divekick, you can do it online. It has rollback netcode since 2013.
Yeah, it's one of the first fighting games to have rollback, maybe
Yeah.
with schoolgirls.
Mm-hmm. And rollback is like the necessary, like every game has to come out with rollback now, but I still don't know why they haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
Japan.
Select your character.
Alright, Mr. N.
Someone give me a stick to borrow? Ready for revelation?
Select your gem.
So when it comes to gem selection, if the end player picks dive, I'm just gonna pick kick anyway, because
Select
even
your
at
duds.
max head and dive gem, like being able to jump that high really isn't gonna like, at least for me, it doesn't really benefit me that much. Now, if you did pick the kick gem, then I probably would have picked dive. Kind of just depends on, kind of like earlier I was mentioning like how mushroom gas and kind of other end players played, just kind of
Round
differences like that.
Divekick.
So here, kind of just building meter. And then once I see that you have the air, the air special, then that's when I'm kind of
Round two.
trying to like do some baits here. Like,
Oh! Gotta get that double jump there. The
Yeah.
reason why Mr. N has such a large advantage is because his air floats allow him to chain headshots really well, and he can basically get above Jefailey pretty quickly.
yeah,
Also, the head cushion counts a lot, even if it doesn't seem like so. Because
Oh,
Jeff
no.
really wants to change headshots.
yeah. The run is actually like pretty good in this matchup too.
Yeah, it gets you out of that short distance. I was a little too close to
Yes.
do the run, though.
Yep. Now here's where we have an issue.
Oh my god. That was supposed to be
Yeah,
a double jump. I messed it up.
Yeah, that I was hoping it didn't hit the
Oh, darn.
double jump.
Alright, so I'm basically getting my Mr. N legs under me, so that's gonna be one for SneezeLord.
Nice fraud.
Yes.
Zach will be happy.
Round 1.
As Mr. Ed, I'm going to try to build a little bit of meter here because
Yeah.
you need
Yeah,
the
meter
flow.
is really important. Some players, what they would do is they would actually like let me push them into the corner, and then they would kind of in the corner play like those double jump games, or just play them in the middle of the screen too.
I like to push you back as much as I can. That's just my style.
Yeah. That's kind of how you play like all.
Yeah, that's how I play almost all characters.
Yeah.
I like to bully them into the corner and then decide what to do to come in.
And yeah, here is the bullying part.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I ran out of meter, so I was thinking, do I build some before I go in? Oh, okay. You're definitely getting my belly as I come in.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking at. Like for dive, I'm kind of looking at like hitting his knee if I'm trying to clip something. For N, it's the belly.
Ooh, I actually had the hit. Should not have paused there.
Round 7.
So I might as well just get the charge here because you're gonna have Kickfactor. Yeah, I should not jump there.
Yeah, and that's what makes this matchup so hard is,
Yeah, now we're... Yep.
I think I might have enough Kickfactor to finish this out, but I'm going to be missing a thing.
Oh, God.
Oh, I got too close. Oh,
Phew.
close game, close game. Now I'm just itching to get on the board now with a very favorite matchup. But I'm learning.
Yeah, it's kind of like Shoals and kind of have like a similar way of beating Jefailey, where they are just like really good at getting above him. That's another big Jefailey counter, but not every character can do that, so... I think another thing for like Jefailey countering would be kind of talking about like N and Shoals and kind of like how they can play around Jefailey. Oh no! I was trying to get the back hit.
Gotcha.
4. Dive kick.
Oh, I should have just waited for the headshot, but I kind of just let it go.
Yeah. Although I'm in danger now because of that. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that while Mr. M has the advantage on, like, Shoals and Mr. N, like, do well against Jefailey by different reasons. Mr. N gets higher more easily, while Shoals has a lot more headshot chaining potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we had a better N, there'd be a lot more headshot chaining. I'm just not that great of an N.
I mean, you did win a game.
I did win one game in a very good matchup for me. But I wouldn't call that a good N. Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a vocal player, so you just hear me kind of like grunt like that. Like that happens all the time. Although it was a lot different from when because when I first started playing Divekick, I was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So like if something was going bad, like I'd kind of like cuss a little bit. And it's actually really funny because I think it was against Mike is my Ike.
Oh, so close.
I think he had my he had like my voice. Apparently my voice chat was on, and he would be like, "How come anytime I went around against you, I just hear like some whispered swearing?" It's like, that's me.
So
That's my middle school self. Oh no.
For anyone who hasn't played Divekick on the PC, the voice chat is on by default, and it will pick up your laptop mic. So if you don't want to be heard, definitely. Oh my God, I missed. So you definitely want to you set that off if you don't want to be heard at all.
Yes, I did not know that. So, but no, Mike was really cool about it. But yeah, I was like, I can't believe he heard. Oh my goodness. I can't believe he heard all that.
Dive kick.
Oh no!
Oh, I missed the
We'll take
headshot.
Round 9. Dive kick.
No way. Take that.
Oh, I not fast enough to jump over that.
My thought was if I lost this game, I had a good chance of losing the set. So
Had the gamble there. Oh, that was good.
yeah. Good games. Wow.
Good games, good games. Yeah, definitely warming up to end there. I think I could have
Yeah.
came back. We had a few more games. Ubersaw,
Yeah,
do you have a matchup that you want to do?
I have to say that, like, put like this, the matchup seems less unsurmountable.
Oh yeah. When you play against someone who doesn't play N well, yeah, I would say
Ah.
it's not that bad. Okay, so blanket statement. The tier list, the things that we talk about were matchups. This is only when you're playing someone who understands all the options and plays them well. Other than that, I'd say at the mid level, when you're playing Divekick, anybody's viable and anybody can win if you could just read the patterns of your opponent. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Like Jeff against the Shoals that doesn't really do Capcom level stuff is a much more reasonable matchup.
Yeah, the approach to the matchup there is pick Kong or someone else.
Fair enough. Uber, did you want to get in one more before we do a mirror with you and
Maybe are you comfortable with Shoals or?
Yeah, I can do
it's also a pretty
Shoals.
representative matchup.
Yeah, I can do Shoals. I'll go look for your lobby.
Do the showcase on Jeff's worst matchups.
Worst
And how to
matchups.
beat them.
Fair enough.
I mean, the worst one is Sensei, but that one is impossible. So
Oh no.
no. You don't.
That's trauma.
I actually play Sensei, so I may be a little bit better at that one.
Let's not.
That's what I think is actually the worst matchup in the game. So
Full Globby if you want. If you want to do single rounds to just stomp me and just go with Shoals, which is actually reasonable. Well, not reasonable, but viable. Oh, yeah. Here you are.
ooh, I think I forgot to change my GGPO, but we're just gonna deal with it. I don't want to waste time going out and come back in.
Your feet will burn.
Yeah, let's see if it plays well.
Direct your brain.
I usually go the opposite one. Like yeah, because with kick it's easier to get under, which is a pretty good strat while you are building up heads.
Yeah.
So Jeff usually, I think that Jeff with 0 heads is one of the best characters in the game. In here it's the opposite. You start really weak, and the more heads you have, like you start reasonable. At 2 heads you are horrible, and when you cannot jump the Shoals at 3 or 4 wins, suddenly you stomp her. Now, I tried to jump under, but it didn't work.
Yeah, Dr. Shoals having that horizontal into steep kick and also resets definitely gives and resets definitely give Jefailey a huge problem, especially when his head gets bigger.
I have to get into the group.
Tough spot for Jefailey because you basically kind of have to like read where the Shoals wants to go.
I got stuck a little bit, but I just decided to let it go.
Yeah, you can see that I did the jumping to avoid the cross-up. That would have been a headshot otherwise, probably.
Do I got this? I think I do.
You'd have back kicked.
Uber, who do you use in the if you're like trying to counterpick like a Shoals or something? Who have you been using? Because I remember you picking like Markman against me, but
I usually against Shoals I try to just tough it out with Jeff.
okay.
If I'm not in Grand Finals, I usually go for Markman. It's the other character that I have fresh.
Okay.
If you guys this is your first time seeing Shoals, this is the type of stuff she does.
I think I will switch to Dive Gem. This is not working out for me.
It's not working out, yeah.
Yeah, kick definitely helps in like kind of like those early game scenarios. I For me, I probably would have picked kick gem as well, just kind of like because I prefer that more horizontal movement.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Alright, some ground.
Round 5 Divekick.
Alright, 2 heads. This is where I gotta try to get my kill in, or otherwise I have to start getting closer.
Ah! Well played.
Yeah, corner is always pretty nice for Shoals because her steep kick will hit everyone in the corner. Oh my god. Okay. That was, I was supposed to pause when I came in, but I missed my pause there.
So
Guys,
now
can-
I'm at the point that I can kind of outjump you.
Yeah, so with kick gem, I have to be a lot closer to get above you. Like right here, I can get above you if we both jump at the same time, but there you got the earlier jump.
Round 9 Divekick.
And now I won't bother with pushing when trying to kill you, so just leave that.
Nice stall. Oh my gosh.
Wins.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, 3 heads with both gems you usually are safe. As long as you don't get headshotted.
I think
If you
it's,
do, you're dead.
it's also a matter of distance because if you have the kick gem and you have 3 heads, you have to be a little bit further away than if you had the dive gem and 3 heads because you have to wait for that kick to descend a little bit. Yeah, this is where Shoals wants to get her work done early. Head 1 and 2 are a little bit more headshot chainable, but head 0, it's hard to catch him, but you don't have to worry about him getting over you. Ooh. The big drop kick hitbox.
3 Divekick.
Register.
Nice joke. Ah.
Oh.
I'm like just waiting for you to come in. I'm like, I'm just gonna boost backwards. We'll see if it's fast enough.
Divekick. Double kill.
Oh, that's
See here if I
dirty.
jumped.
The cross up is dirty.
Oh, that is
At
messed
0
up.
heads. Still crossing up.
Yeah.
Total failure.
They need to rebalance this game.
Detection warning.
They brought down just speed on his kick because they want him to be the joke character.
Yeah.
Remember when Mark was top tier?
He had a lot more speed previously, so that was in vanilla.
Yeah.
7 Divekick.
It's funny how like characters like Redacted were like always top tier, and then Jefailey, never.
I would say that's even when he had the extra kick speed, he wasn't top tier, but he had more threat range for sure. But then again, like I said, top tier is always up for debate.
Who would you say is the top 3? Is it like Redacted, Kong, and I know like Redacted and Kong are like usually like kind of at the top.
I would say Redacted by themselves, then
Yeah.
Kong and N.
Okay, and I was like,
Those are my 3. Like these are the characters with the most potential. Like
yeah, and I'd
It's weird
say
because Redacted is top tier, but only Arkenrost plays her, so I haven't seen other
I
Redacted.
prefer that.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's not bring a wave of Redacted players in.
no,
I
still
mean,
stand up.
there was some other ones. Fire Liger. There was also Board.
yeah.
I don't know if you played Board before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
that timer
like
scam messed me up.
Yeah.
Barloop also has
Messing game
Redacted
is
as well.
Disqualified.
Yeah, DQ
Barloop's
saved your
Redacted's
head.
pretty good.
Round
Yeah.
4 Divekick.
I just never liked about Redacted how like his kick hitbox like kind of goes like up his leg a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
her leg a little bit.
She can hit you with like her knee, basically.
Well, yeah, because anytime I would kick that spot, it would either be a double knockout or I'd lose, and just like,
Yeah.
and it's like that's like the most like outreaching part of Redacted when she's kicking. So it's like, what else do I do?
7, 8,
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a big part of what makes her strong is her speed plus that hitbox. It really makes the opportunities to kick her very small because
Yeah.
she's so fast that when she jumps and lands, and you can only hit a certain part of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. As we said, Big Head Jefailey can get over Shoals, and that's where problems with Shoals happens.
Oof.
One of my like favorite games ever was I played
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember I think his name was Seko or Diamond.
No.
Yes, he had a pretty good Shoals, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, still a bad match for Jefailey, but you can do things, especially
Yeah.
with Dyson.
Yeah, Uber, I definitely saw like a lot of like the strategies you were using to kind of avoid Shoals there. Those are really good. It's just such a tough hill to climb.
Yeah, like at 0 to 2 heads, you're not going to feel safe. Never. Even when you got a
No.
headshot, you don't. Shoals is that much of a counter.
Yeah, even if you're up like 4 rounds and about to do a fraud, like the game is not over.
Yeah, like usually with Jeff, like he's a very good defensive character. You can just mash kick, and you can just build meter chill. No, with Shoals now, if she goes in the offensive, you have to devise a plan on the spot to somehow survive.
Okay, Thanos, would you like me to share my screen?
Yes, please. I'll go ahead and watch you guys do a mirror. It was requested by chat. I don't know if they're still watching, but I was planning on ending on it anyway. It's so fast. I thought we were gonna get more games in, but I realized we were talking for like an hour there before
Yeah.
before we actually got into matches. But it's been fun, and I'd like to see this Jefailey Mirror again. So,
It has been, yeah.
all right, let me change up my screen so I can make sure to see it.
I feel like character streams like this are a lot better with like multiple people that play the character instead of just like one person, because for this chat, like kind of like I kind of play like a more aggressive Jefailey and Uber plays a more defensive Jefailey, so kind of like let's like beginner players kind of see like the differences and kind of like expression and kind of how like other people can play the character. So I think that's actually, it's a really beneficial thing that we're both here.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for joining. If you go ahead and jump into the lobby, I can get that shown.
I was playing around in the menu for some reason. Hold on, let me close out a whole bunch of. There we
Cool.
go.
I got you guys on, so let me go ahead and just update these scores so I can put the name right in.
All right, Uber, great luck, good luck.
Good luck, have fun.
Select your
You too. Yeah.
Select your duds.
It's a better one for the
Yeah.
matchup. Just.
Yeah, the kick is more fun in the mirror, but dive is probably the better.
So yeah, at the beginning,
one.
this seems like a normal matchup. Nothing unusual going on. Just two characters. But then things start happening, or not happening rather.
Oh wow.
Ouch.
It's okay.
Round 2. Divekick. Double KO.
That was really good. Yeah, kind of how I was talking about earlier. It is so hard to hit. So now it's a little bit harder for me to build meter because the head's a little bit bigger. Oh, that's good. That was really good.
I did a timer scam to build charge on Kickfactor. Why did I do that? Alright. It worked.
Round 5. Divekick.
Alright, so I'm at a very huge disadvantage.
Dive kick.
I don't know. It can always get turned around with like one.
Disqualified!
Zach, I hope you're enjoying the the Jefailey Mirror. If you do want to hear my commentary on it, check out the Open 2 tournament in either on this Twitch or on the YouTube. They go at it in grand finals of that tournament. You can hear my commentary on it, but for now I'm gonna let these two talk about their thoughts and what they're doing for this particular game.
Yeah.
Round 1. Dive kick.
Yeah, kind of like one of the main things I learned from that set was I need to kind of get ahead on. I need to get ahead on building meter.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I was kind of listening to what Raging Cherry was saying, where it's like I need to play more defensive, which is kind of like every bone in my body does not like playing like that. Oh, that was really good.
I think Raging Cherry, all he wanted was for that last kick to be like at a zero kick, like the
Yeah, and that's just really stressful.
Disqualified!
Hurry up.
Check out my bobblehead!
oh.
Round
It's such a fun matchup because it's basically like a Wild West of matchups where you don't know who's gonna kick first. Like you don't know, like there's just like tense stare downs and everything. It's such an interesting match to watch and play in.
Because Jeff is so defensive, so
Yeah,
whoever goes first has to have a really good plan.
yeah.
But I feel like it swings over to someone gets Kickfactor and we just see heads and kicks flying across the screen.
Oh, that was Uber. That was really good. I was barely ready for that.
6. Dive kick.
Oh, nice stand. Oh
That was
man.
really good. Yep. See that's why I was saying earlier I don't really play for
Check out my bobblehead!
I don't play for
I overshot it.
Kickfactor. Yeah, I don't play for Kickfactor much just because like
Round
especially like in the like upper echelon of like the players that played in like those dailies all the time, it just kind of got like they got really good at punishing me
Gotcha.
for, like a misspaced Kickfactor. And yes, this is I hate this so much. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Ah!
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
yeah.
he got it. Oh man.
Yeah. That was perfect timing.
9. Dive kick.
You kind of have to learn how to do that, Jeff.
Disqualified!
Disqualified.
Oh,
I can see what you're doing there in the air, though. You're like, I need to get this boom kick now.
yeah. Oh,
No?
Oh, hopefully you guys didn't drop.
Oh, alright, alright.
nope, there we go.
It's fine, it's
Oh no, hold on.
Guess you guys are having a
fine.
little
I
bit of
think-
connection.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I'll close the stream. Alright, perfect. So every time he dives, I back kick and kick to build meter.
You've got no charge
Now, wait,
going.
you
What's
have-
going on?
Round 11.
I was ready to counter, but he got me.
Yep, I mean there's. Yep, that
Oh.
was. I gotta stop doing that. Ah. But yep, that's the strategy.
Yeah. The best counter to a Jeff with max charge that is diving,
13.
back kick. If he comes to you, the screen will carry you backwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god. I'm guessing Uber, you did it too fast and your charge just dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, who won the
I was
first
like-
game? That wasn't the first game, was it?
That was second.
Yeah. So
This
who
is
won?
the second one, yeah.
Who won the first one?
Only. I think I did.
Okay, so 1-1 then.
No, I
right?
won both. I
Oh,
thought.
you won both?
You won both?
Yeah, I thought so.
Ooh. Oh. I have to pick up the slack then.
Well, because we did kind of talk like after the first game a little bit.
Yeah, this one had 5 double KOs, so
Yeah. No,
It's
you know,
a
like
normal
kind
process.
of when
in
you're
Overwatch.
natural.
watching like the replays, like some. You know, when you're watching like the replays of like some fighting game tournament sets, and it's like it's like there's like a super long timestamp, and it's just one set. That's kind of like what this is. Or if it's just like an hour for like grand finals, and it's just like the first set. Like that's this matchup.
It makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of double KOs just naturally with the angle of the
Yeah.
kicks, plus a lot of things can go to time with the charges. Oh yeah,
I
that was a
agree.
bad jump.
Yeah, because after that, the double timer scam was coming, so he did well.
Yeah. Would have been nice to see the 4-second drain.
Yeah. That was really good to like use the disqualified to make me jump, so then you kind of like know what I'm doing. That's one of the big things I try to do is use my disqualified to kind of get people to move how I want them to.
Mhm. Oh.
I
I
got it.
just finished a sentence and then I was like, oh, I think I know what's about to happen. That was excellent play. So now I'm in trouble.
Check out my bobblehead.
Yep.
Oh man.
Fail.
Round 7.
Ooh,
Double KO.
that was dangerous.
Yeah.
Round 8. Divekick.
Honestly, it could be staged.
Round 9. Divekick.
Now we are in danger.
Dive. Perfect.
That's really good.
Nice setup.
Round 10. Divekick. Hurry up.
Yep.
Man, I would not trust my own reactions. Those were some good reactions there.
Those are really good. My foot just like barely grazed his face, and that was just like perfect spacing. That was incredible.
Like I knew to actually punish that I had to like back kick to have enough time to get up.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to let go because if not, it would have been too obvious. That's what I was going to do.
And it's like for me, I knew I had to kick eventually because like he had line advantage, so it was just kind of like
When?
trying to. Right, yeah, just basically it was a question of when because that was a bad situation to be in.
Like there are a lot of variables at each start down. Like
Yep.
what amount of meter everyone has, the distance, the charge,
The heads.
the heads.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Round 1. Divekick.
Yeah.
Double KO.
I don't know if there's any other matchup that has like this many double KOs.
I don't think so really.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Sweet.
Oh, that was perfect.
Like I know,
Round
what is it?
3. Divekick.
There's double KOs with Baz and Jefailey, but not as much as Jefailey and Jefailey.
Yeah, Baz and Jefailey has a bunch of double KOs too. It's been a long time since I played that matchup.
They have the same kind of like, their kicks are horizontal and it's hard for one of them to reach each other. So
Remember when I was a Baz main for a little bit?
yeah, that's right.
You were? Wow.
Yeah, I think he picked it up.
I did. When Gunther the Perilous was destroying everybody, it was not working for Jefailey, so I picked up the Baz. I only picked it up for like him though.
Ooh.
Yep.
Round 6. Dive kick.
Kind of miss how old Baz.
That's bad.
I miss how old Baz was with like the lightning loop kicks. Those were
Oh,
fun.
I do not miss old Baz at all. Like, I mainly
a lot.
because his Kickfactor. I found it very boring. For those who don't know, in vanilla, old Baz had his kick swapped and he didn't jump that high, so that means that his normal was a special and the special was his normal. Maybe we'll save that discussion for a Baz day, though.
Yeah, because like the other Baz players were like Axum Jinx and Gunther.
Yeah, those are the main two good ones, I think.
Yeah, and they've been gone.
Round 9.
I saw Axum in our Discord, so he might be coming back. We'll see.
Really?
I know that. Is it Fuji Sukiyaki also might have had one?
Yeah, he kind of
Round 10.
he plays like everybody.
Yeah, he played a lot of the cast back in the
He
day.
played Jeff too, actually.
I bet there was a lot more Baz players too. We just didn't run into them.
Yeah.
But Gunther was definitely the number one Baz for sure.
Yeah, Gunther just like ruined lives.
I probably put Axum in number 2 in terms of Baz. Oh my god, that was so close.
I was like, I
11.
knew that I lost the round. If
So-
that
so yeah.
kick did not drop, I'd have lost that round. Oh my god. Oh.
That was a good set.
So yeah,
Yeah,
this last
good
round
job,
is why
Uber.
you don't go aggressive. Oh, really good games, yeah.
All right.
That was fun.
I think I might stick around just for a little bit because I'm having lots of fun. I don't know if you guys have to go to sleep. You guys have given me like 20 minutes overtime already, so I can understand
yeah.
if you guys want to go.
I can stick around a bit more, just a bit.
I kind of I probably should be heading to bed pretty soon.
So yeah,
Alright,
if you are
well-
going to take off, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with us. It's been eye-opening because there's some things that I just didn't know about, and hearing your thoughts on everything was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you for participating and sharing your Jefailey knowledge.
Thanks for putting this together, Thanos. Thank you, Uber, for coming and giving some of your knowledge as well. It's really really
Same to you.
insightful.
Same thanks to you and to Thanos for setting everything up, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this has ended up a really good resource. Like, I want to play Jeff. Alright, watch this video. And with examples here in the end.
Yeah, maybe it's probably gonna be like a 2-hour long video, but
Yeah,
put it on the background. You'll definitely be shooting up the ranks very soon.
Yeah. So if you guys want to, do you have any like social outlets that you want to plug at all? If not, then that's fine too. I remember I remember you saying last time you didn't want to do any, so we can continue with that. if you want.
I don't really have any because I thought about making like a SneezeLord 93 Twitter account, but it's like I don't really go to like that many tournaments or anything, so it's like kind of pointless.
No worries. Thank you again for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting this together. I'll catch you guys later.
All right. Take care.
You too. Both of you.
All right. So I think I can go like maybe 1 or 2 more sets, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
Uber.
let's do one more set. Yeah, sure, for sure.
Is there anything you want to do, or a chat? If you guys have any particular matchup you want to see, let us know. Do you have anything that you wanted to work on or test out?
I'm thinking on famous like fan or illustrative like Jeff matchups to see. Do you have any in mind? Maybe.
Let's see. We got Kick. I always think playing Kick in Jefailey is a fun one, only because I get to use Party Starter.
Oh yeah. Party starter is actually usable against Jeff for once.
Yeah. So we were talking about how you want to get behind Jeff, and One of the things that you could do as kick is you pop him up, make him jump, and then he's slow to kick in that concussed state from the party starter that you can spend that time getting underneath him and behind him. So basically you set up the position where you get up behind him.
Yeah, especially with like kick moves really fast on the ground. So that is actually a really dangerous tactic for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's play that.
You wanna do that?
Or private way? Yeah, yeah. Let's go.
Let me go set that up. Let me change my GGPO and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I'll do a public lobby.
And if there's anyone still in chat, go ahead and you do have requests. Go ahead and put it in, and we'll try to get that that match done. I think Kick is a underplayed character as well, so always nice to get Kick on screen.
Though the next like mirror tournament is a kick one, right? Or
It's supposed to
was
be.
that the one time thing?
Yeah, I was trying to get it to happen. I don't know if I'll move forward with the mirror tournaments. We'll see how the turnouts happen. Just because, like, if I'm not doing I'm usually trying to save the weekend ones for the open tournaments, and so I don't have a lot of open weekends. So it's kind of like if I have an open weekend, I want it to be one of the all character tournaments, and maybe we can do a mirror tournament on the weeknights. It's just I'm not sure how many people will come out. Maybe we'll do
Right.
a Discord poll and see if we were to have a mirror tournament on a weeknight, what weeknight would that be?
Yeah. So yeah, as they are as they are pretty new, you're still like finding the correct place to put them in.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it really depends on the turnout, right? Because if I'm going to reserve a night, we should at least have some people who are interested in it. And last time the Kick Mirror wasn't as popular, and the open tournaments are usually more popular because everyone has players or characters that they want to play. So we'll see how it goes. Let me get the names in here.
Though maybe it's true that because not a lot of people have play kick or have experience playing kick,
Mhm.
like they are less inclined to join. Maybe.
Maybe I should do like a character deep dive in with Kick. That way we can kind of like prep them for going into a Kick Mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it would be good, like kind of a companion piece. Jefailey.
Beef jerky.
All right, here's where I'm trying to think if I want dive or kick gem, because dive actually helps me punish if I don't want to go under. It'll help me punish some of the far away party starters versus this will be faster to get under. You know what, I'm gonna try dive first, and then if I'm not happy, I'll go back. I'll go to kick gem.
I'll go kick gem because like I feel like taking dive gem only gives the kick more time to punish me on any bad dive.
This from above.
Oh yeah, see the crack on the ground, the line on the ground.
Yeah. 9 years playing this game and I didn't realize it before. It's pretty impressive, honestly.
I think I got the kick. We'll see. Oh no, I pressed it too fast.
I made you gotta cancel. I'll take it.
Oh, maybe I should have just jumped up. You got the 2 combo hit, third coming.
Oof, too ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important when Kickfactoring that to know when to kick back and then do a very low kick, like to gain positioning at a safe pace.
Round 5.
Oh, I think I got this
I'm
one.
dead.
Yeah.
Round 6.
Oh. Maybe I should just be building meter in that position and then pop you up or something. So I don't know if my approach is that good.
Ouch.
I got the snap forward on that one.
Round 8.
Oh. You jumped for me. Avoided the party starter. Nice, nice.
Wins.
So yeah, that kick one on headshot didn't have any business working, but because you didn't expect it, then so yeah,
Definitely.
just goes to show.
Unpredictability works.
From above.
Sometimes, and this is actually true, when I don't know what to do, I just close my eyes and start mashing. And
Trying
it
to-
sometimes works.
Yeah, I'm trying to read a meter kick there. You definitely held your patience there.
Re-register. Understand? It's okay. I still made
No time.
money.
Just trying to keep my space right.
Yeah, Kickfactor, like it's easy to build against Kick, but it's not. Ooh, nice.
I think that you have to do the high ones because the low ones kick is really good at like going back and forth. So he can manage the ground distance well, but if you approach from high, it's a little bit harder for him.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
All right, yeah, I see your point.
Round 6.
Just above your feet, very very close.
Oh yeah, the spacing was immaculate. Like
It's more like lucky.
skill, nah, it's not. There's no luck. There's only skill. Like with Mark, no, I knew what frame, where to search.
Oh no, I got too close.
Jeff at zero head is a headshot monster. Well, in general, really, but
It's the first time I got to punish your approach there. Not good for me. At least I got a little space back.
I have some good spacing to activate Kickfactor.
Oh, my shin.
Ooh. I was ready to timer scam when landing.
It's me just, watching that approach.
Yeah, you were ready. I tried to. He'll not be ready. And
Oh no! I was greedy trying to catch that snap forward with a new angle.
Alright. I'll just remove it. No. Alright, yeah. At 3 heads, I definitely have to keep my movement simple.
Oh no! Just looking for your next move. I did not think you would come after me.
Disqualified.
Oh.
You got me.
He almost messed up my... I didn't know which way I was facing, so I moved into the wrong area.
Oh.
Able to get under there.
Oh yeah. Like Kick's ability to cross up on a high dive is really scary for me.
Yeah, it's just his ground mobility is his real weapon. Trying to get underneath through. Oh, a little too close.
Alright, let's see if I can press the advantage.
Ooh.
Just a bit too late.
Just a bit late, yeah. You were definitely
should
gonna
have done
headshot
that.
me if you had a little bit more time. Oh no.
I was going for center actually.
Ah, okay.
Round 4.
Oops.
Disqualified. Disqualified. Total failure.
Don't know if you can do it that low, since I can probably catch your animation.
Yeah, it was only a desperation measure. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I think here actually the disqualified knockback quirkiness came into play. If I go to the ground, I would have timers capped. That one.
Double kill.
Oh, you're just killing me with the...
The party starter? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you get a certain head, it's like... Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll do nothing.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Good set, good set.
Yeah.
I probably benefited
that-
from... You don't see that many kicks anymore, so...
That is a way to play for center, just make the opponent go the wrong way.
Yeah, that is true.
At what score are we?
Oh wait, that was 3-1.
Oh wow, you smoked me.
Let's see.
So,
Let's do one more.
Yeah,
Still
one
no
more.
requests in chat,
Okay.
so what do you like?
Not sensei. I can
Not
tell you the
sensei.
first. Not sensei. Markman maybe? The classic.
Okay. The old up kick versus KF.
Do you get it?
Actually, want me to play Jeff or you go Jeff and me Mark? So we can see
Whatever
after
you want,
the
man. We could do either or.
Yeah, I'll go Mark to switch things up.
This is not
All right, I get to run Jefailey today.
Select your gems.
Oh, let's see. What am I doing here? I think it has to be kick.
Select your duds.
I do prefer it. I don't need the height, so
Yeah, Markman doesn't really jump very high. Like, if anything, he's going to try to slide under you with the oil.
yeah, and with up kick.
I'll try to play a normal Markman. So I want to do this every single round.
I like how you say it, but you still do it.
Round two.
I'm only human.
policy.
Can't give you free items. I gotta make you pay for those items.
Yeah, you're right.
Headshot.
No, actually, it's even worse now.
Round four. Dive kick.
Ooh, nice. Oh no! Timely box there.
Round five. Dive kick.
Okay, it's acceptable. No headshot. I'm happy with that.
Round six. Dive kick. Headshot.
Oh no. No more box, but headshot is not helping here.
Seven. Dive
At
kick.
least I still have feint. Spring. No spring.
Oh. It's a good timely kick. Do not want you having box again.
Double KO.
Alright,
Round
alright.
nine. Dive kick. Headshot.
Oh, good leg kick.
Jefailey
Thanks.
wins.
So yeah, against Markman, if Mark is not already full on searching, like Jeff can just leg kick to headshot him, so it's pretty risky.
Yeah, I like I think normally I do like to build a little bit of feint just because feint is so useful defensively before I start building box. I'm not sure because like you get in a position where Mark advances, or sorry, where Jeff advances through your items, he can just charge and you have like a clock at that point. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough to make decisions because I definitely feel like Mark is on the he's got a clock if Jeff can get in the right position because the charge kick is tough to deal with when you don't have like the jump height and your kick isn't that fast as say Kong's to kind of ward off the spacing.
Indeed, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because Jeff is like very defensive, but once you put him against the wall, especially with the upkeeps and everything, he just the normal game plan kind of crumbles, and you have to really escape. Just let timers run out. But Mark always have something. So yeah, it's better seen than said.
Yeah. I think it's definitely like that it swings right when you get kickbox. Jefailey's now the scared one, where Markman's scared until he gets kickbox. Because that's gonna beat your startup, so you can't really like kick clash it unless you read it. Oh, now I'm scared.
It's like the Pac-Man cutscenes.
Yeah, you got the power up pellet.
No, your timers can be.
Oh darn!
Alright.
Nice.
Round 4. Divekick.
At least Jefailey's like headshot hitbox is pretty generous around the chin.
Oh, that didn't. I think you were trying to slide a little bit further than that, huh?
Yeah, got the timing wrong. Nah, I was trapped.
Yeah, and that's why you kind of have to. You got to build box before that happens, or not let him get that close. And it's a tough order.
Indeed.
That's why I kind of like having. I use an item for spacing. I build feint, and then I try to use like, the YOLO kick with the feint backup as like, hey, don't come closer. But yeah,
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just build enough meter for feint to have an option. Like
Yeah,
a
an
consistent
option. Yeah.
Round 1.
But
Also, I feel
definitely.
like you're pushing into me like really easily, but I have to figure out how to punish that.
Round 3. Divekick.
Oh my god. Dizzy
You can do
thunder
that.
kick. No one expects it.
Ooh, really good timing.
Round
At least the spring can protect me a bit. Or not?
So like, I don't know. I got Kickfactor soon.
I didn't see that. Alright, now I have to.
wins.
That was actually a pretty quick one. We could probably go one more.
Yeah.
Do you want to
just
like
not
reverse it
moving.
so I can play Mark and you can play Jeff? See the other side of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way people can see like a normal mark at work.
I don't know about a normal Mark. Can't say I'll do better than you, but we'll see it again in a different light. I really always want to do dive gem, but you know what? Let's just do it.
Predict your duds.
We'll see a whole different Mark.
Ooh. I guess it makes Mark less sensible against high head Jefailey.
I like to be defensive as Markman, and so I feel like the dive gem allows me to do that more.
Round 1. Divekick.
Oh, okay.
Headshot.
That's not the item I was looking for.
Black hole is a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
if
it
there
is.
ever was one.
Double kill.
Alright, what to do here? Let's see.
3. Divekick.
Ooh, good one.
Perfecto.
Able to punish the approach. Alright, let's get a decent item before you get Kickfactor. That's not a decent item.
Ooh, good one.
Feeling myself.
Oh, that's also not a good one. Oh man.
Ooh.
This looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I was hoping for a tie there. He's no headshot. It's one thing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man. I just need to get out, I think.
Jefailey?
The black hole shenanigans, what can I do? Well played on those black holes though.
Oh, the drop kicks. That was luck. Everything else, that was luck. For sure.
What happened to everything is skill? There's no luck.
From above. Laundo.
Drop kicks are hard. Like, they are really hard to pull off consistently. Oh, thank
Oh
you.
my god.
Oh, no, wait, I...
Hurry up.
Ooh, I'll take it.
KO.
I had the kick so I had meter for feints, basically.
Dive gem was really good there. The alternative was
answer.
getting shotted.
See. Divekick.
Oh man.
Yeah, you couldn't go backwards because of the spring.
Oh. Divekick.
Hmm.
Check out my bobblehead.
Kendusot.
Ah,
I had already pressed the button. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to do an up kick here. We'll see how it goes.
Divekick.
Oh,
not
nice.
even a trade.
Not even a trade, yeah.
Six.
That was nasty.
Divekick.
Ooh.
Hurry up.
I'm feeling
Oh, nice. The timer scam.
Imagine using timer scam for legitimate purpose.
Seven.
Oh.
That was a very good position on your part.
Yeah, since your head got bigger, I'm not too scared about the approach anymore, so. That was a weird sequence in the corner there.
Yeah, I'll take it. Honestly, it wasn't bad. Ooh! Ah,
Markman wins.
The box finishes the game.
the box is really scary.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
I was trying
Already
to line up a big attack when I had Kickfactor because I was like, oh, I can just jump out of it, and then I'm like, oh wait, I ran out of Kickfactor a lot sooner, so I wasn't able to feint out of it.
yeah, but still that kick, like Markman's kicks actually come really fast. Like I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I was hoping to get the thunder kick, and then if I didn't, just bail out of it really quick, but
Yeah.
I did it too late.
Very good strategy.
Yes, from above.
Because the thunder kick just killed me on the spot.
Yeah, I can
Probably.
catch people off.
Kendusot.
You can catch people like who aren't really waiting for it or looking for it.
Laundo. Two. Divekick.
Ah, didn't react fast enough.
Laundo. Three. Divekick.
Oh no! I should have just ducked.
Alright, yeah, the spring cleared.
That was a badly timed approach kick.
Laundo. Five. Divekick.
No.
Ooh.
Too greedy. Too greedy and you saw it coming from a mile away.
Laundo. Six. Divekick.
Ooh, so thought that would be a headshot, but I think you moved back just in time.
Seven. Divekick.
Okay, I guess I'll go in.
You don't have feint, that's good.
I was like, this is probably gonna be bad when we land because I have a startup on my kick.
Laundo. Eight. Divekick.
Waiting on the elevator. Hmm.
Hurry up.
I hope you don't get it.
Yes.
I made you with the kick.
Yes, one of them at least.
9 dive kick.
Ah. I really don't know what to do against the kick.
Yeah, the low kick is just, it's too good. I think you just charge and you hope to catch him like as he comes in.
Like, one part that is kind of, it's really minor, but it's actually really integral to Jefailey's game plan is that his kicks have really good priority. Like, that's why he trades so much in the mirror.
Mhm.
But the up kick just kind of throws all of that in the window. So,
Yeah, it's like I said, it swings from one advantage to the next just because of how strong up kick is against him. But before that, like the charge kick can really, I don't know what to do against that as Markman if you don't have like a feint tool to pressure him, because Jeff can get to the spot eventually and then he can just kind of corner you with charge, and there's not much I see counterplaying that.
because if you try to build, he punishes you.
Yeah.
If you try to search item, he punishes you. So you have to already. It's a very resource management kind of battle.
Yeah, it's kind of like, can he get past the items and push towards you? Then it's like, well, you got 5 seconds to find something to do, or else he's just going to use his boom kick to corner you.
Indeed. What are we, 1-2 or?
Yeah, I'm up 2-1 right now.
All right.
This from
We'll see if I can keep
Round 1.
you off the board for now. You're on the board already, but we'll see if I can keep it at 1. Oh, I should have just jumped up.
Round 2.
Hmm.
Dive kick.
All right. I'm not touching the spring. That's good.
Ooh, nice.
KO. Round 3. Dive kick.
Oh man, the spring got you a lot faster kick.
Round 4. Dive kick.
Ooh. All right.
Oh man, I didn't expect that charge to be so strong.
Round 5. Dive kick.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm underestimating that close distance now.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
All right. How do I do this?
6. Dive kick. Oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh, the luck!
Always when you need.
7.
If I did not have that, it would have been all yours.
Yeah. I have to go back to my home planet.
Round 8. Dive kick.
It's okay, I still make money.
I'm still not getting headshotted, so that's a win.
Round
But at some point,
dive kick.
maybe I have to. Ah, no, there it is. There. Off.
I'm all out of box, but I do have Kickfactor.
I don't want to end the Jeff tutorial with a Jeff choke. But
Dive kick.
that would be really sad.
Oh,
Alright. Yeah, better. That's a start.
I was trying to. I didn't get my feint in there. I thought you were. Oh, nice. Well played.
Alright.
All right, 2-2. This is a good end set right here. Goes down to the wire.
This from above.
Ooh.
Round.
Like it makes him everything might seem lost as Jeff, but you always have an option. Usually.
Yeah, there's no
Except if you're playing
blocking
against Sensei.
unless you're playing against Sensei. Oh man, nice timing. Read my meter build kick there.
Round 2.
Yeah, building as Mark is like really dangerous.
Oh. I don't know what to do here. It's like, I want to do something.
Honestly, nothing and just let the meter run out. Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Ooh, good reaction.
Wasn't sure. I was just gonna corner myself if I did anything else. Oh man.
Double KO. Round 5. Dive kick.
Oh. Alright. See if I can get myself out of this.
6. Dive kick.
That is not. Oh.
Good one.
That was a good one.
7. Dive kick.
Let's try again. Huh? No.
Disqualified!
Good feint.
Hurry up.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Good feint again.
trying to bait you into something so I can headshot you. My punish is a little too slow with the dive gem though.
Oh. Oh, that was bad.
That was you being greedy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll meet them. No, nothing will happen. No. No.
Oh yes! Down to the wire. Should I build for a box or should I just go in? I'll just
I
go in.
know how
think.
this will go, and it will go badly. Oh, no trade. Ah, no trade.
I was wondering if you got the bottom heel.
Shame. Yeah, which actually is pretty common with Mark against Jeff. Just double trades, even with headshots.
Yeah, because of the him catching the back foot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was a set to end it if anything was.
Indeed, it was a very good it represents very good like the rise and fall of Jeff matches. So yeah, perfect way to end.
All right. If you guys want to watch Uber, you want to plug your Twitch?
Yeah. Well, at Ubersaw Medic, we stream in Spanish, but usually we stream like either art or way to or kind of obscure games, like I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. The other day we were playing a PS2 game, which is like everything is cars, and that was pretty fun too.
Let me get that link in there for them.
And so yeah, if you want to come hang around, we also speak English in any question, so feel free. And yeah, I will also put the Discord is already.
No, I'll put the
if
link in
anyone wants to
because
join.
you might get booted if you do a thing. If you do a link, so there you go. That's a link for Ubersaw Medic's Twitch. Please check out his channel. He's also got some lively content as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, though, and to all our viewers, I hope you guys come by next time. We don't have a tournament scheduled just yet, but once I find an open weekend, we'll get that down into the calendar. In the meantime, join the Discord, play some pickup games with people out of the Discord, or invite your friends if you know that they want to play Divekick as well. And if you guys are looking for more videos like this, you can check the VOD archive on this Twitch channel. I haven't moved it over to YouTube just yet because they're very long, and I'm not sure people on the YouTube side would watch something this long. But maybe if there's enough interest, I'll cut it down and make smaller videos on the YouTube side.
I think the algorithm actually, as of late, kind of likes long videos that keep people watching. Like long retention rate, I think is a term. So, yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll port it over, but I kind of do want to make it a little bit more concise. If anything, you can come here to Twitch to grab the long format. But yeah, hopefully, if I do get time, maybe I'll cut those down and make like a small 10-minute hey, you want to know how to play this person? Here's the hot tips, and then that'd be done. And then I'll link to the fuller. You want to watch 2.5 hours to 3 hours of Jefailey? Here's the link.
I mean, for other fighting games like Tekken, if you find a tutorial that's not 3 hours long, that's Tekken. I think it's an unfair comparison, now that I think of it. Like, you have 150 moves, here you have 3.
Yeah, it's a very big difference in terms of options. But anyway,
It really goes to show you how deep is this game.
Yeah, it's pretty deep for the amount of options you do have. Well, again, thanks again for joining us. To the chat,
Thank you for hosting.
or the people watching the VOD later, yeah, hope you guys enjoy Divekick, and please join us in the Discord. All right, guys. You have a good night. Everyone take care. Take care, Mackerel Min. Hopefully I see you at the next tournament. And if you do want some games, just let me know. All right.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.